All right, guys. What is going on? Hopefully my webcam will load. There we go. If you guys have any games you want to go ahead and see, go ahead and put them in the chat. We're going to start with Corey's game here and hopefully not goof around and take 3 more hours for this stream. But if you guys have any games you want to see, again, go ahead and let me know in the chat and we will go ahead and start with those. But we are going to start with Corey's game here. I'm going to give everybody just a couple more minutes to load in here. Let me know if my mic sounds good compared to the audio. Yo, what's going on? Trey, Aurora, Pep, Leo. What's going on, guys? And I guess Jesse. What's going on? What is going on? You'll watch your game, then dip. Gotta wake up in 6 hours, Pep? Pep, if you want me to watch your game first, I can. Yo, what's going on, Armenia? Pep, I can totally watch your game first if that is what needs to happen. Yo, thank you, Swag. Thank you, Swag, for saying not only mic sounds good, but mic sounds great. I spent a lot of money on this mic, so I appreciate that. But yeah, Pep, if I got to, I will watch yours right now. Not much to say about my game, besides the fact that I should have just built differently. Gotcha. Don't watch my match. I will vomit. We're going to watch it at some point. All right, Pep, we'll start off with you here. Let me find what we got going on. Let's see here. I think you're Moltres, if I do recall. Oh, that's week 3. Wow, you already played your week 3? That's what I like to see. That's what's up. Okay, let's... Oh, dark mode, please. Please, dark mode. Sean looks great. Thank you, Trey. Don't watch mine, please. Is that Zach on Jin S Podcast, the Jin S Podcast in our chat? So we'll go ahead and start here with Pep. Pep, if you want to send me your team, you could go ahead and do that. I'm going to switch to your side as well. Let's see who you are playing. FLVM. You are playing FLVM. So I guess just based off matchup before I actually know the teams, if you don't have to send your team if you don't want to, by the way, if you don't want me talking about it, it's completely fine. We see chien-pao, Galarian, Zapdos, obviously a very good core, Klefki, Oricorio, Gastron, and Salamence. On the other side, we see Torkoal walking awake, which is very scary, into your team, Pep, and then Garganacl, Primeape, which is really cool, Regieleki, and Slowbro Galar. So just looking at the matchups, what do we got here? Yo, thank you so much. Carson, how have you been, man? How have you been? L, he's always gonna roll. Come on, man. Come on. Thank you for the $5 though, man. I really do appreciate it. Yeah, you can send it in DM if you don't want people to see your sets. Again, thank you so much, Carson. But yeah, if you don't want people to see your sets, you just want me to talk about kind of what you got, I can do that. But if you don't want to send it at all, that is completely fine. We can just speculate and see what you got based on the matchup, because some people like to keep them hidden for playoffs. So and by the way, guys, if you haven't already, go ahead and leave a like on the video. Help support us a ton. We're already at 6. Let's try to get to double digits. We've got 14 viewers right now. I think we can do it. I will give Pep a second. Let's see. Looks like they just sent me their DM. Oh wait, nope. I try not to open the DMs from you guys until it's actually your match, so I don't forget that you guys sent me your paste, because everybody likes sending me their paste and I like it, I love it, but I don't want to accidentally forget, so I try to wait. So if you guys send me something during the stream and I don't see it immediately, I apologize. But yeah, just looking at the matchup, chien-pao, yo, what's going on? FLVM in the chat. Chien-pao looks fantastic. Obviously, when you got to bring Primeape as your resist, that's a little tough. They call me the pitcher with how often I throw. that's really good, Trey. Doing good. You still need to come visit me in the greatest state, Pennsylvania. Man, I would love to. Right now, it's going to be a little tough, though, because I'm having a kid at the end of July. Supposed to be the end of July. We'll see if she comes earlier or not. But I'd love to hear your comments from mine later as well. Sure, Aurora, we can queue your game up next if you want us to. Let me write this down. Let me write down the queue here. Queue. We can put you next, Aurora. If anybody else wants to go ahead and put their name out there, we can. Pep versus FLVM. I'm going to assume Pep doesn't want to send me their team, which is completely fine. That's completely fine. So we'll just talk about the matchup a little bit more, and then we'll jump on in. So again, chien-pao just looks fantastic into this team. Torkoal can take hits from that Pokemon, but obviously if he's Banded, he doesn't want to. Banded is a little tough in this matchup. Banded doesn't want to lock into a move between both Torkoal and Primeape. Very good checks in some sense. Whichever move they decide to lock into, Galarian Zapdos is going to be great. Just grabbing momentum and doing damage, shipping down things like the Torkoal over time. Salamence looks like it could actually be a pretty good late game win win con, if not speed boosting Walking Wake. Probably gonna have to find that out sooner rather than later. The combination of Gastrodon plus Khaki is actually a pretty good combo into Walking Wake. Obviously, it's not the best combo that you want to have, but those two Walking Wake should be dealt with pretty well. And then Oricorio, I guess, might be the Quiver Dance setup sweeper. Oh, DM Stint, you can now show it. Okay, excuse me. I'll just talk about it that way I don't give away all of your all of your sets here. But we do have an expert belt Adamant. Ooh, yeah, you could run Adamant. Chien-pao with Ice Spinner, Sacred Sword, Sucker Punch, and Swords Dance. We're gonna have a Gyarados, Close Combat, Drill Peck, U-Turn, and Tailwind. Is the Drill Peck because you didn't want recoil damage? Ooh, a Spec Salamence. Spec Salamence actually does look kind of shiesty in this matchup. Gastrodon, Spikes, Chilling Water, Earth Power, and Recover. We are going to be Revelation Dance, Rooster Defog, U-Turn Oricorio. So Oricorio was brought because we are scared of hazards. That makes sense. And then a Shed Shell Klefki. What Pokemon did they have that was... Yo, what's going on, J. Ricky? How am I just hearing about this? I don't know, man. I don't know. You should watch this replay. Go away, Jesse. My league had back-to-back craziest games I've seen in a while. Go ahead and link them. I'll watch them after the stream, or send them to me in DMs and I'll watch them. Okay, I'll throw yours in queue as well, Trey. But we'll go ahead and hop in here. So FLVM is also in the chat. I too generally don't like the recoil from Brave Bird. So I don't know if it with certain calcs, but always make sure, even if you don't like recoil, make sure that the rolls don't matter. Because I actually do think the rolls might matter for Torkoal, just because it's hard to... Were you Banded? No, you were Boots. The rolls might not matter. I don't know. Close Combat can cover everything. Drill Peck doesn't, except for Slowking. We'll go ahead and jump in here. It looks like chien-pao should be a pretty good win con for Pep. We have dual screen Klefki, but FLVM obviously could get rolling with Walking Wake if either Gastrodon or the Klefki get chipped here. So very curious to see what happens here. We'll go ahead and jump in. We see a Slowbro lead versus a Gastrodon lead. So we see a Spikes turn 1 as a Grass Knot. Okay, but it doesn't 2-hit KO. So fantastic. Probably just a recover and a switch. Yeah, we're going to see a switch into Primeape, which by the way gets rocks. We're actually going to see Earth Power do 40% to that Pokemon. So that chip on that Primeape is crucial because Primeape doesn't have recovery unless they are Rest Talk, and chien-pao is closer in range of winning the game with that little bit of chip. So you send me your pace? Sure, man. Go ahead. We will see the taunt come out from the Primeape. That's very cool. That way it cannot recover. And we're going to see probably a switch out. Oh, a bulk up Earth Power, I assume. Chilling Water. That makes sense. That's a good play. That's a very good play, Pop. We're going to see Rage Fist. Okay. And then Chilling Water once more. Since you're my team as well, just in case. Okay, yeah, let's look at your team really quick, FLVM. Let's look at your team. So you forgot to find on Primeape. Yes, so that would have been very good in that situation. Whoops, I didn't mean to pull that up on that one. So we are a leftovers. Ooh, I like the EVs on this Walking Wake, assuming they aren't just to look cool. Heat Rock Torkoal. We have a Rocky Helmet Garganacl, a Taunt Bulk Up Drain Punch Rage Fist on the Primeape, a Scarf Modest Regieleki. What is this for? What is the Scarf Regieleki for? And then an AV Slowbro. So fantastic. The chip ups, it's Rage Fist though. Yes, it does. If this was Defiant, this would have been a bad situation for Pep. After the match Primeape was dropped. No. So we're probably going to see a switch out. Yep, we're going to see a switch out into the Salamence here as we, I assume, see the taunt. Oh, we just see a Rage Fist. Wow. Even with the 0.5 times attack, that did 40%. If he was Defiant, that would have killed the Salamence, which is insane because he would have been +2 at that point because -2 and then plus. Yeah. I know what I'm talking about, guys. I know what I'm talking about. So we see a Hurricane come out and we land the Hurricane. So down goes the Primeape. And this... obviously Regieleki is going to come in to revenge this. I guess Salamence or Walking Away could have as well. Obviously want to save that for the late game though. Regieleki is going to come in and probably force the Gastrodon in. What move do we have to hit that? Ancient Power and Explosion. So Gastrodon might unfortunately be forced in. Hey Corey, we didn't watch your game because somebody requested it, but I will go ahead and put yours next in the queue, which is third in the queue. So if anybody else wants their game in the queue, be sure to let me know, guys. I will throw you guys in the queue. That's true, I guess. Yeah, if there was no Defiant, there wouldn't have been a Chilling Water. That is completely fair. And maybe not even the Salamence switch out. So that is completely fair. So we see Regieleki come in, going to force this out into the Gastrodon. Gastrodon should pretty easily wall this as we do see the Volt switch come out. Some cool tech on Regieleki, by the way. Even if you're not a Terra Captain, you can still run Terra Blast, and you would have probably 2-hit KO'd this Gastrodon upon switch in. So we are going to see the Regieleki switch out here. Obviously, it has to be Scarf. We see the Slowbro come in on a Recover. And I don't know if this wants to take Earth Power, even if it is AV. It took took it pretty well. 35%. We're going to see another Grass Knot come out. Do 39%. Gastron can chew those up all day. Might as well go for another Earth Power and then recover on the turn you force a switch out. We see the Shell Sidearm come out here. And then Physical, I guess, is said for some reason. We're gonna see Torkoal come in. Ooh, catch a mean Earth Power. 20. Dude, leave that Pokemon on 14%. In comes the Walking Wake. The threat is now in. Let me send your sets. Sounds good. Can you put me fourth in the queue? Yes, I can. Let me pause that really quickly so it doesn't go too fast. We see an Earth Power come out on the Walking Wake, and we actually see the Walking Wake get this Spadef drop. So this Gastron is just doing way too much damage to FLVM over here. But Gastron is going to be switching out here on the potential Draco, and we're going to see the Terra Fairy. Terra Blast going to do almost nothing to this Klefki, as we're going to see, I assume a Light Screen probably will come out here. A Light Screen does come out here. Slowbro. Oh, we're gonna see Oricorio come out. So the Flamethrower comes out, does literally nothing to the Oricorio. That's very cool. We're gonna see the Revelation Dance and the Shell Sidearm and Special that time. Okay. And I don't know if the chat was wrong or what the case may be. Oricorio gets some good momentum there, right back into Gastrodon, and Gastrodon, it just has a really good matchup. Really good matchup. Earth Power should take this Pokemon out. Yeah, down goes the Galarian Slowbro there. And we're going to see Garganacl come in, excuse me. So there was no Covert Cloak Pokemon, if I recall correctly. So 54% on that Garganacl was fantastic. I don't remember if we're Protect. If we're Protect, we Protect here. We're not Protect, so we see the double. And Torkoal is going to go down here, I imagine, unless the Recover comes off. Recover does come off here. So Earth Power, I assume right now, would kill the Torkoal. Yep. Earth Power kills the Torkoal, and then I assume Walking Wake comes in, yeah, to try to pressure this Pokemon in some fashion right now. And I didn't note it before, but we are the speed on Walking Wake, and I assume that is for chien-pao, so obviously it's pretty good. We see Gastron recover up here, and I mean, Gastron is just really tough for FLVM to break here. It's going to be almost impossible based on the Pokemon that are remaining, but we're actually going to go for the Earth Power. How many recovers do we have left? I don't know necessarily if I agree with that. I liked recovering over and over because it stalled Sun turns, and then once this Pokemon didn't have Sun turns, you outsped with the chien-pao. So I don't know if I necessarily agree with that play. You could have also pivoted just into Klefki and got another Light Screen up if you wanted to stall a couple more turns. I don't like getting Gastron chip just because of how valuable Gastron was. So yeah, I mean, you might have, if that Gastron recovered right there. You actually might have. So we are going to see, we do save the Gastro, which I very much agree with, because you have to, because Regieleki exists. Oricorio is actually the switch in here, as we're going to see Oricorio go down there, obviously not valuing the defog anymore. chien-pao does come out here. Sun has 2 turns remaining, and we're going to see the pivot right back into Gastro. I feel like maybe we should have went Klefki and got the Light Screen up. I don't know the calc, but I don't think that it could have possibly killed. It's not specs, and it's also not special attack boosting, so I don't think it would have definitely killed in one with Light Screen. So I really do feel like Klefki was the play. Now Gastron's down, so Regieleki is going to go actually kind of crazy right now. We see Klefki finally come in. We're going to throw up a Light Screen. We're going to throw up, yeah, Gastron does have great synergy here. We throw up the Light Screen, and Draining Kiss, unfortunately not going to be able to pick up the kill on Garganacl. Rocky Helmet damage is going to come off, so now you know a little bit more about that Pokemon. Zapdos comes in on the recover, and Zapdos should claim a kill here, right? Or not quite, not quite, not quite, not quite. We're going to see the recover now, and a Tailwind come out. So that is to help outspeed the Regieleki, obviously. Back into Klefki. I forgot to put this on fast, so this is a little bit too slow. We'll put the next game on fast. We see Soul Cure come out, gonna do 25% to the Klefki at the end of each turn. Klefki's getting kind of destroyed here. In comes the Zapdos, and Garganacl's just having his way. This is why if you phase a Garganacl, Garganacl can get out of hand if you do not bring a Covert Cloak, but if you bring a Covert Cloak Pokemon, you pretty much wall it. So you probably, just something to keep in mind. I don't know what the Shed Shell was for. I don't remember that, but maybe Covert Cloak would have been the play. I obviously don't know the matchup. Covert Cloak on something was probably the play. Even if you went Covert Cloak on Gastro, man, that would have been crazy to wall that Pokemon. That Pokemon actually wouldn't have died. So we see a Hydro Pump kill the, oh, it was Terra. We see the Hydro Pump kill the Walking Wake from the Salamence. And I think we probably saved this, right? I don't know if you can actually. It might be in your best interest to sack this, get Light Screen up with Klefki potentially, and then win with chien-pao Sword Stance. That might be the best play here. Yeah. I mean, sack Klefki. I mean, that also works. It's same positioning, right? Yo, what's going on, Thriller? How are you doing? We see the Salamence come back in. Hydro Pump is going to land. It actually just raw Okos the Garganical, which I was not expecting. We have to be no Spadaf on this Garganical, right? We are no Spadaf on the Garganical. That makes sense. For Doug Trio, okay, I probably missed that chat message earlier. I apologize. So that's fair then. That is fair. Reggie Lucky's gonna come in, and that should be a game with chien-pao in the back, always to Ice Shard or potentially Sucker Punch. I forget which one we have, but we should have one of the two. There we go, and that is gonna be a good win. I think both sides played pretty well. I do think not having Defiant on Primate definitely sucked. The only like big misplay I think on Pep's side was letting Gastro get chipped, but other than that, I think that was a pretty good game, guys. I think that was not bad at all. You definitely brought it back, FLVM. I think that was pretty good. So if you gotta go now, Pep, I understand. Have a good night, man. I really appreciate it. Good win. And we'll go ahead and move on to the next one in queue, which should be Aurora. So let's see who faced Aurora. Let me pull it up here. Moltres replays. I believe you're in Moltres. Yeah, well, Walt. Oh, we get a Walt game. I'm hyped about that. I am hyped about that. Well, Walt versus Aurora, and we'll put it on your side, Aurora, since you requested it. See ya, Pep. Have a good one. So, give me a moment to send the paste. No worries at all. Let's see. Do we get any? Okay. So, just H's in D. Let's get some H's in chat for Walt. We see the matchup. Walt has Urshifu, Thundi, Scizor. Walt's team's very good. Skeledirge, Dunsparce. I think that's the Dun, right? Yeah, the Dun, Quag versus Spectrier, Hisui and Lilligant, Tauros, Paldea Fire, Alolan Muck, Greninja, and Abomasnow. So, sent it. Let me check this out. Thriller, thank you so much, man. I don't know what I did to deserve all the love that you've been giving me with all the donations, man, but thank you so much. Holy shit. Everybody say thank you to Thriller. That is awesome. I cannot believe it, man. Genuinely. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much, man. It really does mean the world to me. And this is not necessary. I promise it's not necessary. I love all you guys the same, whether you donate or whether you don't. I appreciate it so much, though. It really does support not only me and my bills and my baby, but I can put it back into content potentially in the future with Kurt. So it does go a long way. So I really do appreciate it, guys. Wow. Yeah, just thank you so much, Thriller. Can we send you the matches in DM to set them in queue? Sure. Actually, I would prefer you send them in chat because I actually won't see them in DMs because I'm not checking DMs until your match comes up, so I don't forget the fact that you sent me your paste. But yeah, again, thank you so much, Thriller, man. You do too. You help me out way too much. I appreciate it so much more than you could ever know, man. Yeah, there it is on chat, on screen. Thank you so much, Thriller. I appreciate it so much. It's unreal. Please bring special packs Caliber. That thing owns my team. Okay, so we're gonna see in this matchup specifically, Spectre does really good. I think, well, no, because the Dunsparce is there. I think he's Terra Dark Skeledirge too, if I remember correctly. But Hisui and Lilligant does really well in this matchup. Potential victory dance Hisui and Lilligant. There's Skeledirge just kind of walls everything depending on what Terra type it is. It's actually going to be very difficult for Aurora to break through Skeledirge. We might see a potential. Let me see. Did you send me your team, Aurora? Not yet.
Somebody sign me.
Yo, thank you so much. In Sterling, thank you so much, Flum. I really appreciate it, man. I appreciate your guys' love so much. It really does mean the world. Just some guys sitting here talking about Pokemon and you guys do this. I appreciate you guys so much. But yeah, it's going to be very difficult for Aurora to break Skeledirge. Greninja, potential hazard stack is definitely an option. Obviously, Scizor has the potential to defog, which it probably is in this matchup. Just given the nature of these two teams, I would assume. You sent it? Let me double check here. Oh, there it is. There it is. My mistake. It keeps pulling it up on the wrong one. So we see a Cloverberry, Spectrier, Shadow Ball, Draining Kiss, Will-O-Wisp, and Taunt. Wildlands, Close Combat, Poison Jab, Terra Blast, and Ice Spinner, Terra Ground, Hisuian Lilligant, which is very cool. We see the Bull, Body Press, Will-O-Wisp, Raging Bull, and Earthquake, Knockoff, Gunk Shot, Stone Edge, Fire Punch on the Muck, Toxic Spikes, Haze, Hydro Pump, and Grass Knot. Toxic Spikes are really good into this team. Greninja, and then we see Blizzard, Leaf Storm with the Eject Pack, Aurora Veil, and Leech Seed on the Abomasnow. So I'm assuming Abomasnow is going to be the lead. We're either going to Aurora Veil or Leaf Storm depending on what's in front of us. Let's go ahead and jump in here and see what we have. We have the Dunsparce versus Greninja. T-Spikes are up, so that's good. That is good that you realize that the only potential defogger is Scizor. So you either get that information that it is the defogger, or you get poisoned on several different Pokemon. So that is fantastic. I definitely like that lead. We're going to see a Headbutt from the Greninja. I do think it was a little risky because you could have been glared, and Greninja's speed 2 is super good in this, so maybe I would have preferred to see Lum on this if you were guaranteed leading it. I don't know, but we see Lilligant come in on another Headbutt. That's just so much damage. We're gonna see Terra Ground, Terra Blast. Unfortunately, Walt read you like a book and went right out into his Thunderous. You like the bomb so, but that's fair. That's fair. Ice's offensive lead is really good into Thriller. We're gonna see Thunderous go for Protect, actually, or into Wall. I'm sorry, excuse me. We see Muck come in on the Scizor, and we do see the defog come out. So now you have at least this information, and you also know now that it has no item because you Fire Punched and it took 48%. So you put it in a very, very difficult position there. I definitely like that for sure. Quack's gonna come in as you do a very nice knockoff, and now Quack has no leftovers. In comes Abomasnow, and now you get either a free Aurora Veil or Leaf Storm, which I like a lot. Unfortunately gonna miss the Leaf Storm. Wait a second, we have channel memberships now. I'm so glad somebody brought it up. Yes, we do. You can check on screen right now. We have channel memberships for only $1 a month. You go ahead and support the channel, and you get so many different perks, and chien-pao can tell you about all of these different perks on screen right now. It is not required by any means. You can still enjoy the content otherwise, but again, I'm very transparent with what the money is used for. It will either go back into the channel, help me pay bills, or help me with my newborn that is on the way. And I appreciate any donations that come my way, Thriller especially, man, but I appreciate every single donation, whether it's $1, a penny, $300, whatever it was that Thriller gave me the other day. I appreciate every single one so much, and you can support me and get some perks and some emotes for only $1 a day. So appreciate all the members, and you also get some shout outs at the end of my videos starting very, very soon. Not last week's because I recorded them a little bit early, obviously, because we play a month in advance or a week in advance. But Snoms rise up, baby. Let's go. Let's go. But unfortunately gonna miss the Leaf Storm, which I'm very, very sorry about that. That definitely sucks. It definitely impacts the game a little bit, but we're gonna see the switch out into Muck now, and I'm very curious as to what this Skeletor set is, because this set right here, you almost cried when you missed that Leaf Storm there. Yeah, the pivot would have been great. That would have been massive, and now you have to take either a Will-O-Wisp or a Leaf or a Torch Song incoming, and you do have to take the Willow. See, that's just like, you wouldn't have had to take that otherwise. I mean, maybe he probably outspeeds, right? So maybe it wouldn't have mattered, but you would have got the knockoff as he Willowed, and then you would have got another move the following turn. So it definitely unfortunate there, for sure. That is, yeah. So now you get a knockoff. At least you get the poison. I don't think necessarily, I don't know if it makes up for it, but at least you get the poison in return. We see
somebody sign me.
Yo, thank you so much, Flum, for becoming a member. I really appreciate it. Thank you guys so much. I was trying to get the audio for my most recent somebody signed me from my game versus Curtin playoffs for that one, but it was a little bit difficult to do short notice. I tried to do it like 15 minutes before the stream, but I appreciate it. I appreciate it so much. It really does help. It really does help. Enjoy your new emotes. We're gonna go for some new ones soon. I think I'm gonna commission somebody for some emotes. So if you guys actually have any emote ideas, leave them in the emote suggestion chat, by the way, because I am enjoying streaming, so I'm totally for getting some cool emotes to put on this. But yeah, the poison was also huge. I don't know if it makes up for the Leaf Storm miss, maybe, kind of. But we are going to see a Lilligant switch in on the Sandstorm from the Quagsire, which is definitely crazy. I feel like, because yeah, I guess because you don't want to Rain Dance, because Rain Dance sucks because of Greninja, but you also now, and you don't take chip from this, and you have Scizor, which also doesn't take chip from this. So maybe this isn't that weird. You can do my game now if you want. Let me put you in queue, SJ, because we do have a couple guys in queue still. So let me go ahead and put you in queue, and we'll get you as soon as these are up. We need the Lanad emote on YouTube. So actually, the Lanad emote is going to come to YouTube. I was just having some trouble formatting it. So as soon as I can format it right, we're gonna get it on here, because I do have one slot still available and it is reserved for the Lanad emote. But we're gonna see Lilligan come in here, and out comes Skeledirge. Ooh, good double. We're gonna see the Muck come in, another Willow. It misses. Obviously doesn't really matter. And we're gonna see a Hex, only do 14, so I'm assuming this was AV and I missed it. And we're gonna see a crit knockoff, so that's pretty hype for Aurora there, pretty bad for Walt. We're gonna see another knockoff come off, 5%. I think the Muck outspeeds the Quack and can kill it. No, maybe not. Maybe not. Actually, we don't even go for recover. We get a second spike up and die to the poison. So Scizor comes in, and we are gonna see the Muck sack. Ooh, Scizor is gonna be tough, but we do have the Tauros to mitigate that a little bit. Raging Bull into the Skeledirge. I thought this was his Terra Captain. I thought that was his Terra Captain. Maybe he wasn't a good Terra type in the matchup, because I don't know what his types are off the top of my head. But Abomasnow comes in on the Thundy. We're gonna see a good Volt switch from Walt into the Scizor, and Scizor is now very obviously the win con. Now you have Eject Pack. I don't think that matters. But I think with Walt from this position, his only... I mean, obviously, I don't know what the Urshifu set is. Urshifu is still very, very good. If he's not Scarf, though, and he's not playing it like it's Scarf, then Spectre can pretty handily take care of it, or Lilligan can also take care of it. Even Greninja can do some massive damage to it, put it in range of one of these two Pokemon. But I think what Walt's game plan here should be... he should pivot. If it was Wincon Urshifu, he should pivot now to make a Wincon Scizor and try to chip this Tauros as much as possible. Yeah, I need to get a chien-pao emote for sure. If he Rain Dance Grim was about to party, but yeah, Sandstorm surprised me. Dark Fire, okay. But yeah, if I was with Walt, I would 100% play for the Scizor in game now, and I still think you have a pretty good win in game with the Spectrier. The only thing that scares me is the Thunderwave Thunders. It's not. I don't think it's looking good from your side. I think it's looking a little tough, to be honest. Greninja can kind of counter this with the Prankster. We'll see what happens. Lilligant comes in, Lilligant sack. We do actually see the Thunderwave, so Lilligant. Protect is going to come out here, close combat. Obviously Lilligant's probably going to go down here. We actually outspeed the Thunderous. We are not Scarf on this Lilligant, by the way. I wonder what was speed creeping. That's huge, and the crit probably mattered, right? Scizor win kind of super hard. Tauros needs a lot of chip. That's true. But you're not Boots, so switching it in on Spikes is going to be... Every time he switches Scizor in, right, this Pokemon takes 18%, and then realistically 12% because of leftovers. So I think it's very realistic at this point, to be honest. And then he can Swords Dance on a potential switch into it. I think it's realistic, but that is going to be huge. We are going to outspeed the Thunderous. Down goes the Thunderous. Scizor is going to come in and Bullet Punch that, take care of that Pokemon. Greninja is actually going to come out now. Bullet Punch just misses out on the KO, but no, a missed Hydro. Oh man, you can't catch a break this week, huh? That is unfortunate. That sucks. We're gonna see Raging Bull into the Dunsparce and a Willow into that Pokemon. Rock Slide gonna do genuinely no damage. I assume we're not Glare then at this point. Body Press gonna take out the Dun. Urshifu comes in. This is the scary Pokemon. We go for Wicked Blow on the Spectrier switch in, potentially. He must be Scarf then, right? If he called that, I feel like he has to be Scarf, not Roselli. Body Press not quite gonna take it out, but gonna do some significant damage. Body Press not quite taking out the Scizor, but again doing significant damage. And actually it looks like Scizor is gonna be able to take this home. Leftovers proving to be very valuable there, as you basically got a second life with how much HP you got back, and you live the Urshifu hit. Wow. Good game, Aurora. You did great there. I think Tauros just walled that Pokemon, or walled his team. That was awesome. Get those likes up. I agree, guys. How many likes are we at right now? We are only 12 likes with 17 viewers. We can get at least 15 likes, guys. Come on, get those likes up. But yeah, good game to Aurora's and Walt. Tauros definitely put in the finest this week. Absolutely. Tauros is an underrated Pokemon, and I like to see it do well in Draft League. Yeah, you both got so much hacks for sure. Let me pull up. Let's see who is next. So Trey is up next. Trey said that he is an absolute pitcher because of how much he throws. So let's see what we got here. There it is. I forgot, don't yell at me. See, that's why it's good to say, make sure you left a like, because sometimes people just genuinely forget. Yeah, and Wombo, I think, made sense if he was choiced in some fashion. I think it made sense trying to call the Spectre to get back in the game, because at that point, he was pretty much lost when he had 2 Pokemon against 3. He had to make some sort of a play, I guess, play off of a throw. Hey, Bo, what's going on, man? How you doing? But let's go ahead and hop in here. Oh, I did not mean to do that. So it looks like, let's switch to Trey, because Trey is the one that requested. This one is Trey versus, Khaki. Ooh, let's see. And Khaki gave me a paste too. So I think we get 2 pastes here. Let's see. Let me pull these up on the side really quick. Yep, we got 2 of these bad boys. So I'm assuming it's okay to talk about these. And yes, he was Scarf. Yes, so that makes sense for sure. Khaki, no hard feelings. I'm gonna do Trey side since Trey requested the game, if that is okay with you. It doesn't really matter at the end of the day. Thank you for naming it Hi John. Trey. We're gonna have Monkey, the Annihilate, Rest, Rage Fist, Drain Punch, and Night Slash. A very cool set. Resto, Chesto, taking a page out of my book, I see. We have Choice, Scarf, Staraptor, U-Turn, Brave Bird, Double Edge, and Close Combat. We have the Aloma Lola, Wish, Miracle, Light Screen. I like some random screens, man. And Body Slam for some neutral coverage, I suppose. Don Fan with Counter, Knockoff, Earthquake, and Protect. Counter does look pretty good into Ting Lu plus Meowscarada. Wo-Chien with Leech Seed, Body Press, Knockoff, and Protect for Leech Seed recovery. And then a Terra Fire. I think this is your Terra Captain. No, it's Annihilate. Annihilate plus Terra Steel. And then we have a Clear Amulet, Energy Ball, Discharge, Agility, and Fiery Dance, Iron Moth. And then on Khaki's end, we have a Volcanion, which is going to be Volkaki, Meowskaki. I like your nicknames. Steam Eruption, Flamethrower, Sludge Bomb, Earth Power with the AV, Flower Trick, Knockoff, U-Turn, and Play Rough on Meowscarada with the Choice Band, a Slackberry, Endure, Nasty Plot, Shadow Ball, Sludge Bomb, Zoroark. Now that's the shit I'm talking about. That's some good shit. I like that a lot. Earthquake, Payback, Terra Blast, and Stealth Rock, Terra Fairy, Ting Lu, a booster, Stealth Rock, Spikes, Thunderbolt, Earth Power, Sandy Shocks, and a Pickpocket Grimmsnarl with Sucker Punch, Play Rough, Fake Out, and Thunder Punch with the black glasses. This is some good shit. Khaki, yo, what's going on, Brody? Yo, compared to your last team last week, Khaki, I like this team a lot. This looks like a very well built team. You have really good EVs by the looks of it. It looks like you really went in depth. And Trey, same thing with you. Like, I love your Annihilate BVs. I guess my initial thoughts on matchup are Annihilate obviously does really well. It's very difficult to beat Annihilate. Zoroark is going to have to be kept alive in order to do that, but also Terra Fairy Ting Lu might be able to deal with that over time if this Annihilate doesn't get set up. So it's really, Annihilate can win if it gets set up early, but there's so many good special attackers, it is going to be very difficult, especially with Terra Steel. Like something like Volcanion could live a hit and destroy it. Scarf Staraptor is very good into this matchup. You don't see Staraptor very often, but Staraptor is very, very good in this matchup. I'm assuming Alola Malola is for the likes of Volcanion, Donphan. It's going to be crucial probably to keep hazards off of your side of the field too, since your Clear Amulet on Iron Moth, which I assume is to avoid Parting Shot on the Grimmsnarl. So if only I stuck to my plan and made use of it. Lunut, please don't say that in my chat ever again, OG Albina. But we're gonna go ahead and see. I think the Zoroark set looks like it could go crazy, and it looks like at a certain point it could, when we were Flamethrower Sludge Bomb, right? Oh, Shadow Ball Sludge Bomb, excuse me, Shadow Ball Sludge Bomb. That set looks like it does very, very well. Last week is a bad week for your prep. Gotcha. I assume you mean week 1. So we'll go ahead and hop in here. Again, Annihilate looks like a great win con, and Zoroark looks like a great win con. We'll see how they play into it. We see Volcanion and Donphan lead. We're gonna see Protect turn 1. Oh, but it's the Zoroark! It's the Zoroark! Oh my goodness, great nasty plot play. Absolutely no fear. I assume you lived anything. The only thing to be scared of there, I was obviously Knockoff, and you would have lost your Slackberry, but it looks like you're just going for a breaking off the bat here. You had a bad day. I'm sorry to hear that, Trey. I assume you meant for the week 1 prep. Can we say Lunut? No, nobody can say Lunut, and nobody listened to OG Albina either. Oh, he has no reign in this chat. None. Alomalola is going to come in on the Volcanion and take so much damage as Alomalola is just gone. Alomalola is just gone. So this Zoroark set going for game turn 1. Holy crap, man. Staraptor is going to come in. Obviously, it is going to be able to take it out. It is going to be able to take it out. I don't necessarily fault you for not scouting the Scarf because you obviously did not have a switch in. I don't know if Ting Lu took 2 realistically, so I don't fault you at all. And Zoroark did its job, right? It got a kill. So, and you still have things like Booster Energy, Sandy Shocks to win the late game too. So Volcanion does also cook. It's not fire spin. It is not. We know the set. It is not fire spin. It's 4 attack AV, 4 attack AV. It's no fire spin AV, 4 standard attack AV. But now that there's no Alola, it does do very, very well. Yes. So Sandy Shocks comes in. Wow. Just back to back going for the win cons. In comes Wo-Chien. This should wall this, right? What do we have? Spikes, Earth Power, Thunderbolt. So I assume we're gonna go for Hazard Stack a little bit here. I knew a Scarf 2. I mocked against this. Oh, you did some mocks this week. That's awesome. No more Lanut. Stop. No more Lanut. This is unreal. We're gonna see Stealth Rock comes up here, and the Volcanion is gonna come in on the body press. That did no damage. Excuse me, Wo-Chien, did you know that you're supposed to do damage? Earth Power gonna do nothing. Earth Power, I assume, calling the it's a middle ground, I suppose, to hit the Dawn Fan as well. What was the Earth Power play for? I'm actually a little confused by that. But we're gonna see Earth Power come out and Leechy come out here, and then Flamethrower is gonna come out and do not quite half to this Wo-Chien as Knockoff comes out, and Wo-Chien gonna put in some work here. Meowscarada comes back in. This banded U-turn is gonna do a ton of damage to something. Annihilate's gonna come in on it and actually not take anything and get the Rage Fist boost. So great play on Trey's part. In comes Terra Fairy, Ting Lu. We're gonna see Drain Punch come out. Not gonna quite do anything, and the Terra Blast comes out. So we're gonna probably see a Terra Steel bulk up here, I would assume, right? No, we're gonna see a switch into the Dawn Fan. And Earthquake's gonna do nothing because Ting Lu doesn't really do damage usually. Knock off the leftovers. That is gonna be massive. Ting Lu now has no form of recovery. Okay, it does, Owen, but there's no taunt fire spin, so go away. We're gonna see counter from the Dawn Fan do absolutely nothing to the Ting Lu, but Ting Lu knows this is a losing battle with Protect leftovers, so in comes Volcanion to claim its KO. Annihilate's gonna come in here. Ooh, Rage Fest come out. Resto Chesto is gonna proc here. I assume we're gonna see a swap here into the Iron Moth, predicting the potential parting shot here as we actually see a play rough. So Iron Moth gets to do a ton of damage here. We're actually gonna go for agility. We're gonna go for agility here. Sucker Punch is going to come out and actually kill it because we were max attack adamant. We were max attack adamant with the Black Glasses. So yeah, that kills a couple Iron Moths. I couldn't Terra Steel. I was worried about the EQ coming. That's fair. No, that's 100% fair. Live Wo-Chien reaction when he deals 0 for real. Staraptor's going to come in here. Staraptor might die to this Sucker Punch, no? No? Oh, maybe not. Maybe my head calcs might be off and it doesn't die to that. We're gonna see the U-turn on the Sandy Shocks into Wo-Chien, which should wall this Pokemon forever. Meowscarada gonna come in and should just be a free U-turn. Yep, down goes Wo-Chien. Can Annihilate pull this game back? That is the question. Annihilate still does very, very well. I don't think so. Realistically speaking, I don't think it can. So Staraptor is going to take out the Volcanion. Grimmsnarl should probably come in to throw off a Sucker Punch to force this Pokemon out. It'll have to stay in because rocks are up. That's what should happen here. Yeah, Grimmsnarl comes out. We're in double edge. We're not going to Sucker Punch. No, we should have Sucker Punched. So in that situation, Khaki, in my opinion, you should have always Sucker Punched because he had no way to remove hazards, and if he switched out, he was dead regardless, so it didn't really matter. You would have been put on the back foot a little bit, but you would have had a full health Grimmsnarl, which I think could have proved valuable. But we're gonna see probably Terra Steel come out here. No, we're not gonna see Terra Steel come out here. We're gonna Drain Punch the Sandy Shocks and do a ton of damage. Thunderbolt Annihilate so fat. We're gonna take out the Sandy Shocks here. Meowscarada is gonna come in. Flower Trick. Oh no! Wait, why didn't we Terra Steel? Why didn't we Terra Steel, Trey? No! Why did we not Terra Steel? Did you win if you Terra Steeled? I don't know. With the Sucker Punch on this Pokemon, I don't know. You could have played around it maybe with the rest. Dang, I think you might have. I don't know. That's unfortunate. Predicting party shot while being in with the Defiant Mon. That's fair. That is fair. Yeah, that was the throw. Gotcha. I'm sorry, Trey. Dang, man, I feel like that was a pretty good back and forth game too. I feel like most plays were just like optimal plays. I feel like it was a good back and forth. I like both of your teams. Dang, I really do think if we Terra'd here, there would have been something going on. Unfortunate. Yo, what's going on, Central? How you doing? Not Linnut moment. Stop saying Linnut. No more Linnut. No more Linnut. So we'll go ahead and good game to both of you guys and good prep. I like both of your guys' prep for real. Trey versus Khaki. Yeah, great game. Great bounce back to Khaki from the first week. I think that was fantastic. Check DMs, it's important. What's up? Guys, this is what Star told me was important. Hold on, how do I... This is what Star told me to look at my stream, to look at my DMs for, because it was important. You can kind of see it. Hold on, where's... This is what Star told me was important and to check my DMs. It's a baby grabbing an orange and eating it while looking into the camera menacingly. Why was this important? Why was this important? I hate you, Star. It's now your favorite GIF. This dude said, please stop your stream and come pay attention to me because this is the most important thing I have ever seen. Unbelievable. It was not a fairly important GIF. It was a 0 important GIF. There was no importance in that. If it rested and took more flower chicks, it was a wrap. Yeah, that is true because it was banded, and we could have told that from earlier damage there. So I'm gonna have to look at that in a second. There is an actual important DM I'm gonna have to look at in a second. But again, good game to both of you guys. Next game is going to be Corey's game, who I think I still have pulled up here. I do still have it pulled up. We're gonna have Corey versus, I forget who this was. Bro almost leaked our DMs. Our DMs are you saying okie dokie, me saying sorry caps, you saying in P in all caps, me saying do you remember what I named my dodos in Ark, you saying no, unfortunate, and I said you're useless. Those are our DMs. I exposed them. I exposed them for you, man. Yo, what's going on with my webcam on YouTube? Does it look kind of fucky for you guys? This is Wombo. Okay. Wombo versus Lego. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with my webcam. It looks like fuzzy, almost. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me being silly. So, okay, we'll start here with Corey. Let me see. Corey probably sent me his paste. I would assume. Yep, definitely did. So, we see a Booster Roaring Moon with Acrobatics Terra Flying. We see Corviknight Defensive with Defog. We see Sandy Shocks, Stealth Rock 3 Attack. Heracross is going to be Scarf with Pounce. Ooh. Okay. Okay. That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. I assume for like a potential Cleavor switch in. I like that, maybe. Or even a Don fan switch in. That's pretty cool. Poltegeist is going to be Willow Hex Foul Play Strength Sap. Not a setup Poltegeist like most would infer. And then a bulky Fizz Def Dondozo. So, looks fine. I think looks all right. You always look fucky. Thank you, Starfish. One of my supposed to be best friends. We're also at 21 likes, by the way, guys. Thank you guys so much. Thank you guys so much. So we're gonna go ahead and hop in here. I do think that the Roaring Moon just looks absolutely crazy. We need to get Chip on the Don fan, and we need to avoid Cleavor getting out of hand. Obviously, Sneasler can also be a big problem, but I like Corey's team. What are Terras? Terras are Roaring Moon on Corey's side, and then on the other side, I think Sneasler, but I don't remember what types. Corey, if you could please correct me in the chat what those types are, that'd be fantastic. But we're gonna go ahead and see what happens here. I think Sandy Shock's lead, probably Don fan lead. There's something of that sort. We're actually gonna see Indeedee in Sandy Shock's lead. So Sandy Shock's gonna go for hazards early, try to force the Don fan to go for a spin, I would assume. But we're actually gonna see a Corviknight double, and that works very well for Corey. That worked. That was a great mid ground. It covered the Indeedee as well as the potential Meowscarada here. And we're gonna see a Thunder Punch do massive damage to Corviknight, and a U-turn come off from the Corviknight. And that Meowscarada just took a third of its HP. Still flying for Moon. Yep. Okay. Heracross is going to come in, and in comes the Don fan on the close combat. Going to take 50%. Poltegeist is going to come out. In comes the Kilo Watchel. Sandy Shocks obviously comes in on Kilo. U-turn comes out, and that's valuable information. Now you can assume it's likely Boots, and Power Gem comes out on the Don fan. We switch out here into Polte. Great knockoff from Wombo. Definitely a zero downside knockoff, potentially knocking off a Corviknight's Rocky Helmet. The very obvious switch, and I assume we see a Willow here. We do, and then it's probably just Sandy Shocks again, right? Probably just Sandy Shocks again. Fire fighting on Sneeze, or flying fighting on Sneasler. Gotcha. Gotcha. Thank you guys. Knockoff, and we're gonna see the Poltergeist sack. Goodbye, Poltergeist. As Heracross is gonna come in and claim a KO. Just straight up claim a KO. And now Heracross looks so good in the in-game too. Heracross actually has no switch-ins. I don't think Killer Watcher dies at +1. I think you would need +2 or some prior chip. But now you could even play for the Heracross in-game. You simply could play for the Heracross in game now too. Sandy Shocks comes in on the Kilo. I assume we get rocks up here. I think rocks would make the most sense here. I would like to see some rocks here. We're gonna see a switch out into the Corviknight. Corviknight's a good switch into this Pokemon. Great baton pass into the Meowscarada. Going for the knockoff that kills, I would assume. Oh, we live on 1. Oh, I gotta know what that roll was. U-turn's gonna come out and kill the Meowscarada. So now Corviknight's basically dead is the only issue with that. Stone Edge cleans. That Poltergeist set sounded pretty fun. Sada didn't do too much. Yep, it did look pretty good too into the matchup, but he didn't really have great pivots into Meow, so I understand he wanted to Scarf on Heracross. I get it. Now you have Corviknight as a sack piece, I suppose. I would have probably liked to see a Roost there. But it is what it is. Now you have it as a sack piece. You wanted to sack. Gotcha. So we see Entity come in. Back comes Corviknight. Corviknight's now going to be sacked there. In comes the Roaring Moon, and that might just be the game, huh? Do we DD? Do we have DD? Yeah, we have DD. That might just be the game. This Pokemon just walls into D. Crit! Oh! That's not good. Acro kills that Pokemon. Unless we... Do we win? This might just clean now. Yeah, okay, so Roaring Moon cleans. Corey has done a fantastic job this season of setting up his Roaring Moon. Oh, wait. Oh, okay, so we didn't speak plus... Oh, we're +2 Roaring Moon. Never mind, I forgot. I didn't see the booster speed. So, no, Corey has done a fantastic job all season of setting up his Roaring Moon into a position. You didn't even need the second dance. You were fine. You have done a fantastic job all season of setting your Roaring Moon into a position to win this game. So, that is fantastic. Let me go ahead and write that down. And we have Clyde's game next. No more the nuts. Lego Corey did a fantastic job setting up his Roaring Moon in game, though. You would have loved to see it. He's done great. He has done great this time. It's not +2. Wait, yes, it is. How about you let the professionals speak on? What's going on here? Clyde, if I remember correctly, is in Articuno. I will, at some point in time, remember what all of you guys are in as far as divisions go. Clyde's not in Articuno from what I can tell. Give me 1 second to find Clyde's game, guys. No, are you in Moltres, Clyde? Have I been deceived? Yeah, here it is. Mr. Mag versus Clyde. Here we go. Music off. Outspeed of Sneasler was jolly. Gotcha. You got back just in time. Yes, sir. Yes, Clyde. There we go. I didn't say anything about Fire Spin Bulk because I knew the teams. They both sent me teams, you bozo. They both sent me teams. Okay, go ahead and send me the pace whenever. Let me see if I missed anything. 1 second. This is actually very important. I have to okay, Mr. Mac also sent me his paste here, so let me put this on the side. And I do want it to be known, there might be a universe where I have to in stream early due to some in real life stuff, but if I do that, then we'll just finish up tomorrow. So if that has to happen, I don't anticipate that happening, but there might be some very important stuff that I have to unfortunately in stream for a little early. So we'll see if that happens. If not, then great. If so, then we'll just pick up tomorrow where we left off. Who's I waiting for the team from Clyde? Go ahead and send that whenever you get the chance, Clyde, and we'll jump in here. So we're gonna see Bronzong, Hisuian Samurott, Lando, Grafai, Lycanroc Dusk, and Iron Hands. And then we see Rotom Heat, Taurus Paldea, Water Gyarados, Blissey, Garchomp, and the Glimmora. So this is Mr. Mag, this is Clyde's. Just looking at the matchup, getting the Ceaseless Edge off early is going to be huge. The only remover is going to be Glimmora, which Bronzong walls until the end of time unless it's a Toxic Corrosion, which actually looks like it does very, very well in this matchup instead of instead of simply being, excuse me, toxic debris. I just sent it. Let's see what we got here on both ends. Let's see what we got. Oh, so let's see if what I said holds true. I assume we're gonna be like Sash, Lead, Hisui, and Samurai. We are Sash, Lead, Hisui, and Samurai. I definitely agree with that. I think it's a fantastic play. Gyro, Stealth Rock, Ice Spinner, and Protect. Lefties, Bronzong. That definitely makes sense. We have, of course, Lunar, which is a nasty plot. Earth Power, Rock Slide, and U-Turn. Interesting. Toxic Orb, Switcheroo, Grafai. Very cool. A Scarf, Lycanroc, Dusk for attacks, and then a 4-attack Boots, Iron Hands. And then on the other side, we are going to have a Boots, Double Screen, Willow, Rotom. We're going to have a Scarf, Tauros Paldea. We're going to have a Gyarados, who is going to be Intimidate, 3-attack with DD, and it's also going to have the Heavy Duty Boots. We're going to see a Blissey. I don't know what else to say. Special Garchomp with Spikes, and then we are going to see a Toxic Debris, not a Corrosion Glimmora. So this Glimmora is going to be a little tough to get going, but we'll see. Did it have Mortal Spin? Let me double check. Mortal Spin. It did. So we're probably going to see Hisui and Samurai and Glimmora lead if I had to just wager a guess here. Yeah, we see Glimmora, and we're going to see Hisui and Samurai. You'll finish the stream, Star? I'll tell everyone to get Pineco? No, that's fine. We're going to see Taunt from Hisui and Samurai. This is just a fantastic lead. We're going to see Energy Ball do a ton, but Ceaseless Edge potentially breaks Sash. It is going to get Toxic Debris up, but you're going to get a layer of your own spikes up. So it's very valuable. Aqua Jet, Passion Berry, unfortunately going to mitigate that. And down goes this Hisui and Samurai. I can only assume, yep, to the poison. So that is a little unfortunate. Were we max speed Glimmora? We probably were, right? We were pretty damn fast on Glimmora. I can only assume that is to outspeed. Oh wait, yeah, we were max speed Glimmora. No, we were max speed Glimmora. I mean, yeah, that's a little unfortunate. I feel like maybe should have went Bronzong. I don't know. I liked the taunt play turn 1, but we were a little slower, so I don't know if I agree with it over Ceaseless Edge. You said you misplayed, so I think you understand that, but we're gonna see Grafai come in come the Glimmora. Encore is gonna come out, and Mortal Spin is gonna come out again. Obviously not doing very much to Grafai at all, and a Parting Shot comes out on the Rotom Heat. Lycanroc's gonna come in here, and we are gonna see the Tauros come in. Stone Edge unfortunately gonna miss, not really gonna matter because it is Scarf. Wave Crash is gonna do absolutely nothing to this Iron Hands, and we see the Rotom come in. So this threatens a Will-O-Wisp, so we probably go into, yeah, Grafai, exactly. Willow's gonna come off, not do very much at all. I assume an Encore. Yes, an Encore is going to come out, make this guy Willow again. We're going to see a Parting Shot, a Trick actually, a Switcheroo for the Toxic Orb, and we're going to have the Yachi now. So Parting Shot's going to come out now into Bronzong. That makes sense. Bronzong, I like the nickname. Miss Draco, unfortunately, I don't know how much it will end up mattering. Gyarados is going to come in as rocks get up, and this thing's going to DD. Yeah, and this thing's going to be very scary. I assume Iron Hands is fat enough to live a +1 Earthquake. We're max defense. Yeah, are we even Earthquake? We are Earthquake. I assume we're fat enough to live on Earthquake. Let's see here. Glimmora is going to come in. Thunder Punch is going to come out. So I do like the pivot of not switching in or not trying to force the Gyarados sweep there. I think that's definitely something that a lot of players forget that they can do. Once you set up with a Pokemon, it's not sweep or bust. You can actually switch out the Pokemon, and I think that was the right play there because Gyarados does look very scary with the chip on this Pokemon and chip on this Pokemon. So I think that was definitely the right play. Yeah, you beat that. Yep, I do think that was the right play on Mr. Mag's part. Gyarados or Garchomp's going to come in, and we're going to see an Earth Power come out, verifying that it's Levitate Bronzong. Is what it is. In comes the Blissey on the Bronzong. I would have probably liked to see a spike there since you knew Bronzong was going to come in, but it is what it is. Grafai is going to absorb the T-Spike, I think. Yes. We're going to see a Switcheroo, and we're going to get the leftovers and leave it with a useless Yachi Berry. In comes the Lycanroc. I assume Close Combat's going to come out here, get any amount of chip on this Tauros, which is actually a good amount of chip. It's Close Combat, 40% chip. In comes the Iron Hands once more. Drain Punch probably. Drain Punch comes out, does massive damage to this Pokemon, and then I assume... Oh, Landorus is going to come in here. Lando comes in. I guess that makes sense. That's a little tough because Rock Slide really is tough to get off now. Rock Slide, I don't know what your other play would have been, but that is a little tough. I confirm that Hands was stupidly fat as someone who mocked with Clyde. Yeah, Iron Hands is definitely pretty fat. We see Blissey come in here, and then a Rock Slide come out. What? We're burned. We are burned. That would have done how much if you were not burned? 86%? What? I am so sorry I underestimated you, Lanad. Go ahead and claim your KO. Not quite. Oh, shit. That blows. U-turn gonna come out. Dude, I underestimated Lanad. Holy shit. Iron Hand's gonna come in and force a KO with the Drain Punch. Down goes Rotom Heat, and Iron Hands is back at full. This Pokemon's a demon. Holy. In comes Bronzong. Spike this time, Fire Blast this time. Okay. Bronzong is going to see. I would have liked the spikes on the Garchomp every time it came in, just to chip the Iron Hands more, because Iron Hands is very annoying. I actually think Mr. Mag is going to lose to Iron Hands, and obviously that would have helped put the Iron Hands in range of a potential Gyarados in game. I think it's what we should have been looking at that point. Probably Spadaf Bliss, definitely Spadaf Blissy, but still, I didn't expect it to do 43. Ice Spinner is gonna come out to 47%. Blissy's dog shit. Nobody can convince me otherwise. That mon sucks. Iron Hands come in. Thunder Wave doesn't matter. Iron Hands is gonna force a KO here. Probably Drain Punch. I assume Ice Punch to cover the Garchomp. Gotcha. Now comes Garchomp, and you go Bronzong. Get a Spike Up. Get you a Spike Up, King. No. Please click Spike. Please get a Spike Up. Put Iron Hands in range of Gyarados. Oh no. Look, if we had one Spike Up at +1, I think that would have killed. I think that would have killed, and then Bronzong couldn't really do anything back to you. That is unfortunate. I think that was the play, because if we had a Spike Up, I think Gyarados could have potentially won the game. You would have had to get 2 DDs up though, which was possible on the Bronzong. But Lycanroc being Scarf put a damper in that for sure. But if you would have played for it, if you could have maybe found out it was Scarf by with your own Scarf Tauros, that would have been. I really think that Gyarados could have won. Unfortunate. I know I could play for Lightning game for sure. No, for sure, you could play for Lightning game at this point. Always. No, I think you did the right play here. I don't think Mr. Mag made any poor plays, other than the fact that I would have loved to see some Garchomp spikes. I would have loved to see some Garchomp spikes. Tauros is gonna come in. Is gonna be able to claim a KO, but not gonna be enough. Oh, it is Boots Hands. You're right. You're right. I didn't even realize that. Okay, maybe I was wrong then. Maybe I disagree with my own my own advice then. Yeah, I guess you just set it up really well. I guess how could we have forced the hands in to take more chip for Gyarados in game? I guess we really couldn't have then. I didn't even realize it wasn't Boots. So my bad, Mr. Mac. I'm sorry I said all that bullshit. That was just unfortunate. I guess we would have pivoted Garchomp for the rough skin on a couple plays. I don't know. That was a tough matchup, I think, for Mr. Mag for sure. I think Iron Hands did very, very well. Yeah, I'm sorry, Mr. Mag. I did completely just ignore the fact that it was Boots. But good game to you guys, for sure. I think you played very well into the in-game Lycanroc Clydes. I think you did for sure. You guys were Moltres, I believe, right? Clydes versus Mr. Mag. Yeah, I'm sorry about that again, Mr. Mag. I think you played great now that I know that Garchomp spikes didn't matter because it wasn't Boots Iron Hands. Because it was Boots Iron Hands. Yep, that is true. So the next game that we have in queue is going to be SJ, and this is going to be the last game that we have in queue. If anybody else wants to queue up their games, let me know, and we will queue those up. Let's see. Where is SJ? SJ versus Apple Fritter. And we do have SJ's team right here. Rah, go to the wrong thing. Okay. Let me just check my text really quick, guys. Again, if you want to throw in any games that you want played in queue, just go ahead and let me know right now, guys. I just basically had Zong in hands at Brule OP defensive core. I think you matched up very well into that Pokemon. We have mostly Moltres games so far, another Moltres dubs. But you see, best is for last, obviously. So Zapdos is going to be the best. SJ sent me something else. Oh, SJ has Apple's team. Fantastic. So we actually get to see this matchup right off the bat. Armenia and my... Okay, gotcha, Ghost. You guys will go next. Armenia. Yeah, no, I think you just had a really tough matchup, Mr. Mac. Again, like I said, the only thing that before I realized Iron Hands was boots was the spikes, but after I realized that, I don't think you made any misplays. I think you just had a tough matchup, and it was tough to get going. It was tough to get going, for sure. But looking at this matchup, we do see SJ, best mod, potentially up for debate versus Apple, and we do see on SJ's side, we see a protective pad Scrappy, Decidueye, Hisui, protective pads to avoid Rocky Helmet potentially on something like the Gyarados, I assume. Even a Klefki. We have a Hisuian Typhlosion, which he insists is good, which is Choice Scarf, which sucks. Hisuian Typhlosion sucks. Zapdos, which is going to be a bulky set with Hurricane, Thunderbolt, Volt Switch, and Roost, but we are going to have a little bit of speed. Sorry, a physically bulky set, but we're going to have a little bit of speed and a little bit of special attack. And we're going to be timid, and I assume that's to outspeed Gyarados, probably, because that's base 81. We're going to have a Gastrodon here who's going to be Fizz Def. We're going to have the Terra Fire King Gambit, which looks pretty good in this matchup. I assume that's for Lilligant, which is going to be 3 attack SD, which looks like a very good win con in this game. We're gonna have a Jet Punch, Drain Punch, Ice Punch, and Bulk Up Palafin. So I like SJ's team. It looks like it's to maybe either Palafin or King Gambit will break for the other one, and whichever one doesn't break will be the win con. Pads was for a Moltres that wasn't there. Okay, gotcha. I knew being able to revenge everything allowed me to not care as much about mons like Lando doing the damage in the mid game. Yeah, for sure. No, for sure. I definitely agree with you there. You can put my match if you want, up to you. Of course, Thriller. We have Ghost versus Armenia next in queue, but you will be after that. And then let me just make sure. We have 23 likes so far, guys. Thank you guys so much. I really do appreciate that. I was going to say we have more viewers than likes, but that is no longer the case. So we'll go ahead and hop in here. Oh, wait, did I go over Apple's team? I did not. Hold on. Apple's team is going to be High Key, the Klefki with Light Clay, Light Screen Reflect, Spikes, and Foul Play. We're going to have Victory Dance, Leaf Blade, Ice Spinner, Defog, Hisui, and Lilligant, an Expert Belt, 3 attack Stealth Rock, excuse me, Azelf, a DD Life Orb Gyarados, a Protect 3 attack Dragonite, and a Specs Reggie Alecki. So let's see here. It looks like the win con. So we have either Lilligant or Gyarados. It looks like the better win con, in my opinion, is going to be Lilligant. Leaf Blade plus Ice Spinner hits pretty much everything. I would have liked to see, since we made it the Victory Dance win con, if we had close combat, we would have had coverage for every Pokemon on the screen. I would have, except for Hisui and Typhlosion, unfortunately, but that mon's dick. It doesn't matter. No, you played great, Clyde. You played great. Yeah, I would have liked to see close combat on the Lilligant, because then I would think it would have been a great win con, but you can still potentially win with it. I think that's probably still your best win con. Yeah, even when King Gambit Terras, it's going to be tough, but we'll see what happens here. We're going to see a Hisuian Typhlosion lead on the Azelf. Azelf does not respect the Scarf and actually gets blown back by an Eruption. I hate that Hisuian Typhlosion got a kill turn 1 after all of the shit I was talking. So that's awful. I hate Hisuian Typhlosion. We're going to see Regieleki come in, obviously. Gastron's a very good switch into this Pokemon. Klefki's going to come in on the Rocks. Rocks helps with things like non-boots on these 2 Pokemon. We see a Light Screen come up as Palafin comes in, and the hard switch into Decidueye on the Regieleki. Very good double. We're going to see a Rapid Spin come off. He definitely values getting those rocks away because he's not boots on these Pokemon. A huge knockoff to knock off that Pokemon's Choice Specs. Another knockoff to knock off the Wide Lens on this Pokemon. Now we're going to see Ice Spinner. That still does significant damage. I still say that we play for the in-game here. Yeah, especially because we had Rapid Spin on Regieleki. I don't think we needed Defog on this Pokemon. I don't think we need a defog on it. I unfortunate. I'm very upset that, because I think this could have been such a good win con here. Dragonite's going to come in. Infernal Parade's going to do 6% to Dragonite. Literally damn near nothing because that mod's useless. Dragonite's going to freeze the Gastrodon. Unfortunate for sure. And that lets Lilligant come in and set up for free, which is horrifying. No, it doesn't set up for free. Oh, that does so much damage. We could be looking at a Lilligant in-game, boys. 1 Victory Dance away from looking at a Lilligant in-game. Maybe some chip on Zapdos as well. Dragonite's going to come back in on this horrible Pokemon as Gastron comes in, and Dragonite Flamethrowers there and thaws the Pokemon, actually. Maybe he felt bad because it got frozen, I'm not sure. calling the King Gambit potentially. We're gonna see rocks go up as Khaki comes back in. Lilligant's gonna come out now as the Decidueye comes in, and we're gonna go for the Leaf Blade. No, I think we Ice Spinner there always, right? Because the only thing that made sense to come in here, that if this switched out, was going to be the King Gambit. I don't think that was a necessary call. And then Lilligant's gonna go defog as the Typhlosion comes in. In comes the Dragonite. That move burns, right? I'm not crazy. Does Infernal Parade have a chance to burn? Or is it just Hex but fire type? I don't remember. If it burns, then you've been very, very unlucky. We're gonna see another one come out here. No, it does have a chance to burn. You've been pretty unlucky then, unfortunately. I thought it was 30%, but I might be wrong. Typhlosion not only on 12%, obviously still very valuable with the Scarf. Another freeze comes out here as we're going to see Lilligant come back in on the Typhlosion. In comes the Dragonite one more time. This should kill. Yep, it should kill because it is Hex, if I recall correctly. Gastron comes in. Unfortunately, Regieleki sucks, and this Pokemon gets walled until the end of time. Only 10 more E-speeds in this Gastron will go down. We're going to see rocks come out. Obviously, Rapidsim is going to come out here. It is 30% burn, so you were getting extremely unlucky there, unfortunately. Lilligant's going to come back out here. Are we going to see... Oh no! A missed Leaf Blade. It was bound to happen eventually. Down goes the Lilligant, and I don't think Gyarados can win. Did he forget that it was a Ghost type? Or were you calling a switch into the Gastrodon, Apple? Down goes that Pokemon. Yeah, because I think Gyarados was the play there, and then just Dragon Dance on no burn. Yep. And then Dragon Dance a second time potentially. Oh no! Wait, no! Now you don't resist it. Or wait, no, it might be Ghost type. Was it Ghost type? No, it's Ghost type. Ignore me. It's Ghost type. So we're gonna pick up a KO there. Are we Moxie? We're not Moxie. Oh, we're Life Orb. No, and we lose to Palafin in the back. Unfortunate. Well played by you, SJ. Unfortunately, your stupid Typhlosion did very, very well. Big foul play come out there. Reflect, Drain Punch. That should seal up the game, I think, right? Yeah, that should seal up the game. Well played, SJ. Again, I do think Apple, if you're watching this, I do think I would have liked to see close combat over defog on the Lilligant, so you had something to play for in the end game, right? Like, this is the whole thing. Like, you want something to play for the end game. I feel like we didn't really have anything to play for. The Gyarados, but it was more of a breaker. It didn't really ever win this game once set up with the combination of Zapdos plus Gastrodon, especially with the potential Scarfer as well. I don't think they would ever win. Ashlon's name was Inter Sandman, but should have just been Ice Spice. Especially with Spin on Aleki, I think the third attack on Lilligant made much more sense. Yeah, I agree. I think if we had close combat there, I think that it would have been, it could have been Raps at some point. If we would have... But I'll respect him this game, and this game only. So, SJ versus Apple went down. But yeah, again, Apple, my criticism is just simply... if we need a win con to play for, and we don't, especially when we have Rapid Spin on Regieleki, we don't need defog on Lilligant. But the next play, or the next game here, is going to be Ghost versus Armenia. Let me pull it up. Yeah, there we go. And then we will click on this one. Let me get the paste, because Ghost actually sent me both of the paste, which is fantastic. Let's see what we got here. The Lilligant was walled by Gambit. Yeah, it was. No, it was for sure. Make sure, again, guys, if you guys want me to watch your games next, we have watched so far 6 games. This is going to be the 7th game. We're going to watch 12 games and take an intermission, much like last time. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have Thriller in queue, and then that is it. Is Lunar 2-0 so far? I think so. I do think so. Wait, we've only watched one Lunar game because we haven't watched Goose, and this is the second one. So we're gonna watch this one again. Leo recommended this one, so we are going to have Leo on this side. We're gonna take a look at the teams right now. We have Armenia. We have Leo's team is going to be versus Armenia. We're gonna have a Life Orb Haxorus with DD, PJAP, EQ, and Dragonclaw. A fantastic win con in this in-game. We obviously have to deal with the potential Kasibberry on Azu. And why is there a Thwacky on my screen? Why is Thwacky here? No. And we have to deal with Crest. Crest actually walls the majority of Leo's team. Crest was a very good bring from Armenia here. We have Iron Leaf, Side Blade, Leaf Blade, Sword Stance, and Terra Blast. Ooh, Terra Ghost. Uh-oh, I think Iron Leaves could get out of hand very, very quickly. We just need to try to not let it have an opportunity to set up, which is very hard when it has booster energy. We're going to be Wide Lens, Population Bomb, Mousehold, which into the Colossal is going to be a little bit unfortunate. Cole should switch it on that every single time. A weakness policy, Bulk Up, Power Trip, Agility, Roost, Corviknight. Holy moly, so that's the win con. Scarf Glaceon, and then a Colbert Berry Gothitelle. And then on the other side, we're going to have a Mental Herb, Nasty Plot, Terra Blast, Earth Power, and Substitute Lenard. Colossal with Shed Shell for the Gothitelle. That makes sense. Spikes, Willow, Rapid Spin, and Heat Crash. We're going to have a Crest with Shed Shell again. Light Screen, Moonblast, Thunder Wave, and Moonlight. That makes sense. Scarf Azu with Ice Spinner, Liquidation, Play Rough, and Aqua Jet. Scarf to catch the Haxorus off guard. That's pretty cool prep. Eviolite, Knockoff, U-Turn, Taunt, and Grass Knot, Thwacky. Grass Knot for, I'm assuming, something that is not on my screen. And then Gengar is Focus Sash for attack. So looks like the win con on Leo's side is to play into this Corviknight, but also if Iron Leaves can get out of hand, and so be it. But Iron Leaves looks like it's going to be used more as a breaker, and on Armenia's side it's going to be to play towards Lenard. Did you update Zapdos stock? There was 2 games left, so I did go ahead and update them. I did go ahead and update those. So by the way, guys, if you haven't already, be sure to leave a like on the video. Helps support me out a ton and helps push out the video to new viewers so we can grow this community, man. And it's just so more people can see your guys' games as well. Not was for Garganac. Gotcha. So we're gonna go ahead and hop in here. I expect maybe even an Iron Leaves lead just to try to break as early as possible. But Gengar lead's very likely, so maybe not. I do expect Gengar lead on the other end though. We'll see what we have here. Cole into Mousehold, Willow on the Gothitelle. Obviously going to be a switch out on this side because we are Shed Shell into the Crest. We're going to Calm Mind. I don't know if I agree with, I mean, what was your other play? I guess you could have offensively pressured it, I guess. Yeah, I guess this had to be your play to Thunder Wave it, I assume. Light Screen, gotcha. This can get out of hand very, very quickly. Oh, you can't Thunder Wave it, it's burned. Into Thwacky. On the Light Screen, Calm Mind's gonna come off here. We're gonna knock off the following turn, I assume. No more leftovers, or no more Colbert Berry, excuse me. Oh no. Oh no, this can get out of hand very, very quickly. U-turn, I don't think this is breakable at this point. We plot this turn. Sub. Stored power. I think the game's over. Right? Plot. Stored power. Oh no, Azu might be able to KO this. Yeah, Azu's the play for sure. No, the game's over. Oh my gosh. You turn it. Do we rest here? Stored power doesn't kill Crest, but gives him an opportunity to rest. Unfortunately. Yeah. So I guess I think Gothitelle wins here. I mean, we'll see. I don't think there's really anything that with the team that Armenia brought that they can win. I think maybe we should have switched Harden to they said it in the chat here. Yeah, we should have probably switched Harden to the Thwacky instead of the Crest. To Taunt, it's just unfortunate. I don't know. I guess the team that was brought just didn't really deal with Gothitelle. That's unfortunate. So good way to abuse that, Leo, for sure. You did a good job abusing that. Yeah, but obviously I guess my only gripe is that we should have prepped for Gothitelle better, right? Unfortunate. I guess we should have just had something else to deal with Gothitelle, or just went Thwacky to Taunt. Even if we went Thwacky to Taunt, I don't know that we beat this. Yeah, maybe right here. Maybe we could have. Was Thwacky fast? No. I mean, probably still. I mean, we saw a little bit later. Do we outspeed? We do. So maybe the Taunt was the play, and then you could have 2-hit KO'd it with Shadow Ball from Gengar, I guess. I mean, even then, Gothitelle could have just switched out and came back in later and done the same thing. So that's unfortunate. I don't know what was on your team, but I do think we should have had something for the Gothitelle. Is there no Dark type on your team potentially? I don't know, but way to abuse this set, Leo. Way to abuse the Gothitelle. That was a good game plan, good execution for sure. Let me see. What division were you guys in? Was that Articuno? I think that was Articuno. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Hey, everybody has those games happen to them, Armenia. It's no big deal. It is what it is. But we'll go ahead and move on here to Thriller. Again, if you guys do want me to see your games, Thriller is the only one that I have left in queue. So please send me a message in the stream. That way I can guarantee see it. And we'll go ahead and do that. But let me go ahead and pull up Thriller's game here. Thriller is going to be part of Moltres. Sep versus Thriller. Here we go. And let me write this down. This is Moltres. We're almost done with Moltres again, by the way. Moltres is just the division that shows up the most to my streams. Entire squad is nasty difficult against because of Garganical, Mousehold, and Gothitelle. Gotcha. I dropped my water. Whoops. So, Thriller and Dashing, if either of you guys want to send me your pace, feel free. If you guys are still here, but we're going to see Ursaring, Azelf, Zarude, Baxcalibur, Enamorus, and Cryogonal versus Volcanion, Great Tusk, Iron Leaves, Altaria, Haxorus, and Gengar. So we see two low-tier Pokemon, Ursaring and Altaria, in this game, both of which are very underrated. I like both of those Pokemon. We're going to see, I think, Terra Volcanion, if I remember correctly, and obviously Terra Baxcalibur. Looking from Dashing's point of view, Volcanion does very, very well. It looks like he should just have to prevent the Baxcalibur from setting up to win the game. It looks like his offense could overwhelm Thriller potentially, but it looks like Thriller could potentially win with his Baxcalibur. So we're going to go ahead and hop in here. I was looking back, I made one massive misplay that probably cost me some momentum and some moves I could have made in the in-game. Well, let's find out. Let's find. We see Cryo versus Altaria lead. Obviously, Thriller got the edge there. Freeze Dry doing 44%. That's specs. That's just specs, right? Like, that has to be specs. Yo, what's going on, Spider? How you doing, man? That has to be specs. I just think that has to be specs. We see protect lefties. Yeah, protect lefties. I assume Cryo is going to stay in here because obviously Cryo does so much damage. Thriller. I like the Cryo lead, man. You put him in a tough spot. His team does not like Freeze Dry at all, and Cryo just kind of claimed a KO here. We're gonna be Speed Quick Drive, right? No, we're not. We are not. I assume you lived one guaranteed then, right? This has pretty good stuff. Cryo was the threat on matchup, man, for real. So Enamorus is going to come in on the Iron Leaves, and we're going to see Agility. Ooh, this is horrifying. Psyblade does not kill Enamorus. Enamorus with the Mystical Fire doing 50%. No weakness policy, obviously, with Booster Energy. Down goes Enamorus. Azelf is going to come in. Sash? No, Azelf goes down. Backs. Close combat? Yeah, so maybe I see that was the misplay that you were talking about. Unfortunately, losing Azelf pretty early definitely sucked because that speed tier was super valuable in this matchup. But we're going to leave that close combat. Bax is going to click Glaive Rush and kill the Iron Leaves. In comes Volcanion, Terra Fairy. Fantastic Iron Head play. Thankfully, no flinch. I don't like to see too much hacks. Down goes Baxcalibur. Cryo's going to come back in and just claim another KO. Pick one. Yep, down goes Volcanion. Gengar is going to come out and Nasty Plot. Does Ice Beam kill this? Close. Slackberry. Oh no! Focus Blast. Down goes Cryo. Zarude comes in, I assume. Does not dodge the Focus Blast. In comes Ursaring. Can we see a dodge Focus Blast? We cannot. So, actually looking back at it, I don't know how much the Azelf sack mattered at the end of the day unless you could have lived a +2 Shadow Ball. But that was a very intense game. Very hyper offensive game. I liked the Cryo bring a lot on your Thriller. I thought that was awesome. And you forced the KO really, really early. You were Cassibberry on Azelf. Oh, that did matter then. Oh shit. Yeah, that would have saved you, and potentially there would have still been a game there. Let's say we had 3 Pokemon here. You could have saved Cryo for the speed tier because it just kills these Pokemon. You could have went Ursaring potentially or something, right? Or you would have Ice Beamed here and then sacked Ursaring, sacked Zarude, kept Cryo around, went Azelf revenge this. Yeah, that might have been a whole different game depending on how Dashing played that. But good game to both of you guys. I thought both of you guys have really cool sets. That was a nice fast-paced hyper offensive game. So that was awesome. So let me add that to let's see, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. So watch your game. Sure thing, Spider. There's actually no wait in queue right now, so we are going to go ahead and pull that up. Spider versus Crab, the 2 animals. Let me write this down as well. Spider versus Crab. Again, if you guys want me to watch your game after this one, let me know. There's no current queue, and I can throw you guys in here. This is our 9th game. We're going to have 3 more games after this before we take a little halftime break. He was Endure Gengar, so he would have been forced to endure, and he wouldn't have got the plot off. Gotcha. Yep, that makes sense. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what we got going on here. We're gonna see Chi-Yu, Enamorous, Amoonguss, Inteleon, Tinglu, Electros, Frostmoth, Ursaluna, Hatterene, Moltres, Draco, and King Gambit. So just looking off lead, Inteleon actually does really well, minus the Frostmoth. Frostmoth is actually really cool bringing to this because it can do a lot versus, I guess not Enamorous, because Enamorous gets Mystical Fire. I assume it's to help with the Inteleon, because otherwise this team super struggles with Inteleon. Okay, Bope, I will throw you on this queue as well. Oh, you requested your game? I'm so sorry. I must have missed your message. I am so sorry. Was it whenever I was talking about the membership thing? Is that why you said you were Dono Walt? I'm so sorry. What is your, which division are you in, Swag? You do not have your pace anymore? No worries at all. No worries at all. But yeah, so I'm so sorry about that, Swag. I really am, man. I must have missed it. I apologize, truly. If you would have said something, I promise we would have got you in there earlier. I didn't mean to do that at all. I promise. But King Gambit does very, very well in this matchup. I honestly think this is a tough matchup for you, Spider, just based on matchup. But he doesn't have a switch in really to Chi-Yu. Chi-Yu is going to go crazy. I assume Terra King Gambit, but I'm honestly not sure. Saucon, Matras. Okay, gotcha. Okay, you are added to the queue. You will be after Bope. And I apologize about that, man. So yeah, let's jump in here. I think Dragapult's obviously a very good win con. I think Enamorous can be really nasty if we get rid of the Moltres. Moltres is kind of walling this, but also there's a potential Trick Room Ursaluna strat going on here, and Ursaluna just kind of claims one once Tinglu goes down. I'm not even sure how much it does to Tinglu, but we're gonna go ahead and hop in here and see what we do. We see Hatterene and Chi-Yu lead. This should guarantee live any one hit. Maybe go for Trick Room. No, we see Moltres come out, so that's interesting to me. Obviously Moltres has Speed Split Def in this matchup, but I assumed it was going to be more of the Enamorous check rather than the Chi-Yu check. You brought a dumb Chi-Yu set? What was your Chi-Yu set? I mean, I guess we'll find out, but we see a U-turn from the Moltres here. Hatterene's going to come in, a U-turn from the Eel. Enamorous comes in and just starts Calm Minding as we see a light screen come out, so we're going to be screens Hatterene here as we're +3 on this Enamorous, and we're going to go ahead and go into King Gambit and kill this Pokemon, I assume. Wow. Great screens play from Crab for sure. In comes Tinglu. Gonna pressure this Pokemon out. Earthquake on the Frostmoth. That actually does no damage to Frostmoth. Quiver. What are we doing? Dragon Tail maybe? Fire Punch. That does a lot of damage. Ice Beam doesn't even... No way, man. No way. That is... Do you lose here? I mean, Chi-Yu lives 1. Chi-Yu has to live 1. I think that's it, though. It has to be Chi-Yu. Maybe Inteleon even outspeeds it +2. No, it doesn't. Unless you're Scarf, maybe? We'll see here. Down goes the Eel. That sucks. Chi-Yu, yeah, this has to be able to live 1. Yeah, that does live 1. Flame Charge going to come out. And Moltres is going to come in. Yep, Moltres was great here. Dark Pulse not going to get the flinch. Down goes the Chi-Yu. No Justice, unfortunately. Inteleon comes in. Snipe Shot. Yeah, Inteleon goes crazy with Frostmoth. Excuse me, down. Heavy Slam's going to take out the hat as the light screen goes up. Swords Dance from the Ursaluna. Oh, man. Flame Orb, that claims a kill. Goodbye something. Goodbye Mungus. Goodbye Mungus. And we go Inteleon now, I assume. Try to get a KO with this. Down goes the Ursaluna. I don't think Inteleon can do it alone, though. Inteleon plus Tinglu, I don't think that they can do it, can they? Darts. No damage to Tinglu. I'm shocked we didn't see a U-turn there, or Will-O-Wisp. Moltres come out. Gonna do a lot of damage to it. I assume a Roost might come out here. Yeah, Roost could come out. That would be crazy if you would have stayed in and called that. Inteleon's gonna claim a KO. Maybe Inteleon can bring this back, plus Tinglu. Or U-turn now has to be. No! Oh no! He's falling into the trap of not being able to hit Tinglu. Earthquake does massive damage here. By the way, if Throat Chop wasn't for anything in particular, Payback would have been really cool here. But Throat Chop gonna take out the Dragapult. I think you did it, Spider. I think, like I said on matchup, Inteleon did so good here. Throat Chop not gonna quite take out the King Gambit. Nice Throat Chop on the, what's it called, on the Terra though. And down goes King Gambit. So was King Gambit not faster? Could it not have Iron Head? Oh, he was banded. Okay, gotcha. Wow, way to bring that back, Spider. And I don't think bad played by Crab at all. The only thing I would have liked to see is the U-turn on the potential Dragon Bolt there, I guess. But even then, he couldn't have taken advantage of King Gambit, or taken advantage of it with King Gambit. I guess his only out there was going for Iron Head flinches with King Gambit on the Ting Lu. He played himself in. You got in a corner there at the end. Unfortunately, I think Frostmoth had to be played more conservatively and kept it alive to not lose to the Inteleon. And even then, Air Slash is going to do a lot. But with Ice Skills, I think it would have been fine. But yeah, well played, Spider. I think you did great there, man. Way to bring it back. I was scarfing Inteleon, but it doesn't kill anyway. +2. Gotcha. Yeah, well played. With Khan's match, we're going to have one Moltres match left. That's crazy. He had low kick on Gambit. Gotcha. Then yeah, I feel like that was the play to U-turn with the Dragon Bolt then. Our next game is going to be Bope. I don't remember who Bope said he played. I'll have to look right now. Let's see here. Bope versus Goose. Oh no, I actually, so this is one of the games I watched because I was super excited for this game, because these are two players that I think are some of the better players in the league for sure. I think that these two players are very interesting, and I like both of them a whole lot. They're very active and talk a whole lot, and I think they're both funny. And obviously Bope's a Heat fan, so respect. But I was super excited for this one, and I actually was out with my sister and my girlfriend at a pizza shop watching this one, and it was heartbreaking. Let's just say that. Or was this week 3? Oh, this was week 3. Never mind. He said Flapple. Whoops. Ignore my whole speech. I'll give that same speech next week. I haven't seen this one then, I don't think. Whoops. My bad. So here we are going to see Urshifu, Iron Shreds, Espathra, Terra Espathra, Skeledirge, Dunsparce, and Rotom-Mow versus Quaxwell again. Maybe I did see this. Roaring Moon, Gyarados, Mischievous, Sandy Shocks, and Iron Leaves. Flapple, your team's so good, man. You got so many good Pokemon. Why are we bringing Quaxwell on purpose? I don't get it. We'll go ahead and jump in here. Rotom-Mow versus Gyarados. Gyarados, the freest U-turn of your entire life. As Rocky Helmet is shown on Iron Chest. It's good information. Quaxwell's going to come in here, and Dun comes in. That's going to be a massive defense drop. Gonna go for a bit. Thank you so much, Clyde, for coming through, man. I really appreciate it. We're gonna see a Glare come out as Sandy Shocks comes in. I assume we're gonna get some hazards up. Here we go. Some Stealth Rock, some Spikes. Gonna get Willow, doesn't matter. Seeing how he very much values hazards here. Oh, missed Leaf Storm is unfortunate. I feel like that Rotom-Mow is very unlucky for you so far. So we're gonna see a Volt Switch come out here as Sandy Shocks goes into Iron Leaves. Another missed one. That one probably didn't matter as much, but that still definitely was unfortunate. A Willow on the Iron Leaves, very good play. As we're gonna see Close Combat come out, do massive damage to the Rotom-Mow. Volt Switch into what? The Iron Shreds? Get a spin off, very good. Oh no, you're gonna get a knockoff off into the Mischievous. Very free knockoff, yeah, very free knockoff. And another knockoff comes out, crit. Oh, that definitely sucks, I think. But maybe it's payback for the Leaf Storm misses. We're going to see Stealth Rocks go up as we see a Memento, which is a little interesting because now Spin is free. Unless Roaring Moon sweeps, of course. Rapid Spin comes off, no more hazards. Earthquake does not break sub. Oh no, we have to switch out. We have to go into something that does not. That does break sub. Oh no. Do we lose here? I think the game's over, no? Espathra could save. Espathra could save, actually, if we don't DD again. Yeah, I feel like maybe we should have DD'd again, because then we would have outsped Espathra guaranteed. And even then, we should have DD'd and then subbed on this Pokemon again, I think was the play, because that guaranteed game pretty much, I think. Acro, not going to quite kill it. Yep, Espathra should be able to, let's see, Speed Boost and then Protect and another Speed Boost. Yeah. Oh, no, just D-Gleam straight up. Oh, wait. It was booster attack, not speed. My mistake. Yes, that makes sense. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, that's why I like the extra DD. But we're going to see Iron Leaves come in on the Terra Blast here. Excuse me, D-Gleam. Same thing, basically. Skeledirge is going to come out on the Side Blade. Oh, ooh. How does this man break Skeledirge? And don't tell me Quaxwell, because that doesn't count. Quaxwell is going to come in, I assume, get a Rapid Spin off, not fearing the Skeledirge. No, going to go for a Liquidation on the Urshifu with another defense drop, sacking the Iron Leaves here. And what do we go? Gyarados? Yeah, we go Gyarados. We U-turn potentially. We Brave Bird. We pick up the KO on the Espathra. Go Sandy Shocks. Okay, Skeletor is going to be very difficult. Skeletor is very difficult for Flapple to deal with here now. Rotom comes in, Earth Power comes out. Rotom probably just fires up a Leaf Storm, right? As rocks go up, I would assume. Yeah. Leaf Storm comes out. Sandy Shock's gonna take some massive damage here. Roaring Moon comes in. It's gonna sub in this thing's face, which is fair. It can do that. It's very, very good split def. Urshifu's gonna come out. Does this win now? Urshifu. Ooh, big U-turn. We're Scarf on Urshifu. Fantastic. Fantastic. We see Sturge come in. Take rocks. Acro. Do we have Crunch? Terra Dark, Crunch, Good Night, maybe? Oh, Cobra Bear, there's so much going on. Torch Song, and down goes the Roaring Moon. So I actually do think Bolt pulls this one out. I don't think Gyarados can kill all of these Pokemon with just Brave Bird. The Dunsparce comes out. We have to go Quaxwell. We just have to go Quaxwell, right? Because now we lock close combat, maybe, and maybe we can do it. Yeah, maybe. If he gets a defense drop potentially on this Dunsparce, maybe. Rapispin's gonna come out. Glare. Okay, this is fine. So his Flapple's out now is getting some defense drops on this, or getting a defense drop on this Dunsparce, maybe. Putting it in range of Gyarados, because I don't think it dies to 1. Rapispin again? I feel like it's just liquidation, right? I feel like it's just liquidation. Because I feel like Gyarados has a chance to win, unless he dies to... He might die to Sucker Punch at like -2. Liquidation. Liquidation again. Down goes Quaxwell. Close combat. Let's see. I mean, that sort of comes down to... Or if the Dunsparce probably lives 1. No, it doesn't. Down goes to Dun. So now it comes down to Sucker kill or not. Wow, we aren't Sucker. No. I'm curious. I gotta know. I gotta know. Zapdos. Galar. Urshifu. Not Choice Bandit. We're Scarf. Let's assume not even Adamant. Let's say -2 defense. No, it doesn't look like it would have killed if we were not Adamant. No. Actually, I don't think it matters at all. This Gyarados needed any amount more chip and it would have died. So good game for Flapple to playing for that out. That was a very good out to play to him. Did more damage to the Dun than I thought it would for sure. And he never died to that Sucker Punch without a crit. So good games. Good games. Quaxwell's Reign of Terror keeps going here. Let me see what we have here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have Khan's game. Khan versus... Who did they play? And then we're going to do one more game. And we will call it a halftime. I heard he was in Moltres. Let's see here. Yeah. Oh, versus my friend, Nick. My Pokepaste is higher in chat. Oh, my bad. I must have missed it. I might actually get links shown on my OBS Streamlabs or whatever. Oh, so he did get a high roll on that. Gotcha. That is unfortunate then. Yeah, I thought he needed a little bit. That's why I was very confused why he wasn't playing for the liquidations. I feel like that was a misplay. I feel like we should have been going for liquidation instead of rapid spin there to try to get like a defense drop or something like that. Try to put some sort of a dent in that Pokemon. I don't know. Sint Pokepaste. Let me see what we got here. Strap in, everyone. Oh, good lord. We have a Terra Urshifu Rapid. Oh, no, sorry, not Terra. We have an Urshifu Rapid, Choice Scarf, a Gholdengo, Mega Rain Recover, Shadow Ball, and Focus Blast. Rotom, which is going to be Scarf. Electric Terrain for the Iron Moth. Cyclizar, which is going to be Knockoff, U-Turn, Acrobatics, and Rapid Spin. A Booster, T-Spikes, Fiery Dance, Sludge Wave, and D-Gleam on our Iron Moth. And then a Focus Sash, Hisuian, Arcanine. So I'm assuming we're going to be lead Arcanine trying to get Rocks Up guaranteed against a team that has no removal. The only downside with that is a potential taunt from like Overquill or something. Excuse me. See ya, SJ. Have a good night, man. Yeah, that is true, Bo. That is true. So I assume we're gonna be lead Sash. I actually don't know Nick's team. I didn't help him prep this week. I think I did week 1. if I remember correctly. I don't remember, to be honest, but lead Sash Hisuian Arcanine is going to be pretty nice to get rocks up, assuming Overquill does not taunt. This man copied my flow. Holy crap. Who helped him draft? This man copied my team. We gotta be careful with electric terrain because of the Iron Valiant. Booster Iron Moth is gonna go crazy though. We are booster, I think that's speed. See ya, Bo. Have a good night, man. And we're going to go ahead and hop in here. We actually wrote a Mo lead on the Overquill, so Volt Switch, that does massive damage into the Goldingo. T-Spikes are gonna go up. That's fine because you have Iron Moth. Crunch is gonna do so much damage. Wait. Why was Goldingo the switch in? I'm a little confused. On the poison move, I get that, but why didn't we pivot out into something else after that? I'm a little confused by that. Why we let... Oh my gosh. Focus Blast does miss, so Goldingo is going to miss there. Crunch is going to take out the Goldingo. And now this Overquill is above half. Rotomo is going to come back and it is going to be able to pick up the KO on the Overquill, which maybe I would have liked to see that saved. I have to face Outsync next week, and man, this is a bit of tough to fight his team. Yeah, his team's top heavy, but it's hard to prep for. Dude, his team is good. His team is fire. I love his team. We're going to see Overquill go down. Maybe would have liked to see the Overquill saved and went into the Heatran. But we're going to see the Heatran come out now. Maybe he valued no chip on it. I'm not sure. Magma Storm comes out and does 45% to Cyclizar, which is not fair. And we're actually going to sack the Cyclizar, it looks like, to a Flash Cannon. Were we not? We might have not been U-turn, actually. Let me see. Oh, we were U-turn. I'm a little confused why we sacked off Cyclizar then. I feel like Cyclizar still had a lot of value in this matchup. Heatran's going to be able to take that Pokemon out. He's the best team in Moltres. I think I agree. Maybe. In comes Urshifu. Rapid Strike. Obviously, Rapid Strike puts him in a tough position. I think we should U-turn here. No, he's Surging Strikes. Is he not? We're not Rocky. No, Nick. No. We should have been Rocky Helmets. In comes Rotomo. Psychic's can do a massive chunk to Rotomo. It looks like Nick Outsynced is playing for the in-game of Iron Valiant here. I like sacking Mons. Terra Blast Water Heatran's gonna come out, but we do get the rocks up. Rocks are crucial, I think, against Nick's team or Outsync's team here. Okay, I was like, why did our Tornadoes just take 12% from rocks? I'm so confused. In comes Iron Valiant here. And we Quirk Drive. We are speed. Gonna KO. Not quite. We're gonna KO the Iron Valiant or the Urshifu next turn. Is this Raps? Are we Psyshock? If this is Psyshock. Oh no, we're Terra Fire. Got him then. Got him. Good play. Sludge Wave. Down goes the Iron Valiant. In comes the Slowbro. Sludge Wave. Chilling Water. No. Is that game? Fiery Dance. +1 special attack. Sludge Bomb is gonna take out the Iron Moth here. Thunderbolt. Is Thunderbolt clean? Oh, we're Scarf Rotom. No. Well, good win. Good way to play for the Scarf Rotom there. Wow, even Slowbro wouldn't have helped. Maybe. I didn't even know. Iron Moth just kind of did him dirty. Iron Moth is such a good Pokemon, man. Iron Moth carrying your draft and your game. I like that. Way to go playing for the Iron Moth sweep. I think Iron Moth in-game. Their Rotomo cleaned up. I thought that was a clean in-game there. Yep, that was good sight there. And then we are going to do one more game here, I think, before we do halftime. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We're gonna do one more game here, and because nobody requested one that I saw, we're gonna go ahead and do my game and get it out of the way. This is me versus Blue. Not used to having these monsters. That's fair. Hey, it takes a while to get used to Pokemon for sure. It does take a while to get used to some Pokemon, but we're gonna do mine here. We're gonna go ahead and hop in on my side. So my team here, let me just pull it up on the side so I can explain to you guys a little bit of my thought process. I don't remember this team as well as I do my week 1 team. Actually, it looks like I don't have my week 1 team anymore anyway, but so I had a Booster Energy Iron Valiant with Calm Mind, Moonblast, Thunderbolt, and Protect for the potential Slithering. because while I do 4 times resist it, and also to stall sun turns, and I was also toxic spikes. Actually, that was the main reason, not slitherwing. I was toxic spikes. The whole point of the team was to chip things down with T spikes. So I was assault vest, terra, water, bird brain. This was to help with Volcanion as well as walking wake, mainly Volcanion. We had leftovers, protect, spikes, earth power, and Draco Garchomp. We were a little fast. I liked hazards on his side of the field, and Torkoal was severely pressured. Yeah, no, I helped Nick draft, if you could not tell. We have Tinkaton, which is going to be Akaberry in this matchup. Stealth Rock, Play Rough, Knockoff, and Fake Out to help with some Toxic Spike Chip. We have Big Man, the Overqwil, my guaranteed lead. Black Sludge, Protect, Taunt, Toxic Spikes, and Barb Barrage. This was my guaranteed lead. If he led Torkoal, I was taunting to prevent rocks, excuse me. If he led anything else, I was going to click Toxic Spikes. And then we have Rody Puh, the Brody, the Slow Bro, Slack Off, Fish Sight, Surf, and Rain Dance, just in case if I didn't want the Slitherwing to get boosted up. So we're gonna go ahead and hop in here. Again, I'm gonna lead Overqwil as we see a Grimmsnarl lead, so this was perfect for me. I'm gonna get my T-Spike up nice and early, and I'm gonna go hard. I'm gonna go for the taunt because I really don't want rocks up. I'm gonna go Garchomp as we see the spin come out. I'm gonna get a spike up as I force this Pokemon out, and it very obviously is a Mesprit switch in. But he actually goes for another Rapid Spin, trying to prevent my hazards, which I'm okay with because he's taking Gradual Chip. I'm gonna go for another spike as I assume the Mesprit is gonna come in now, as it does come in. And now I go Big Man once again as we see the U-turn into the Slitherwing. Slitherwing's very, very scary. What I should have done, yeah, we have a very similar team because I helped him draft, but because he hasn't done draft in a while. We're gonna see Slitherwing come out here, and so what I should have done was I should have went Tornadus, because any move that it could have went for would have been fine to eat, or I could have went into Slowbro as well. I think these were my 2 options, Slowbro or Tornadus. Slowbro wasn't really needed in the matchup, so probably leaning more towards Slowbro. I was a little bit worried about a Flare Blitz though, but obviously Earthquake makes a whole lot of sense as well. I protect and I see the U-turn, so I'm like, oh, okay, I can go Tinkaton pretty free, assuming he's like Bandage or Scarf potentially. No, the crit didn't matter, by the way. Tinkaton just goes down, and I'm like, well, great. Now I have no rocks for the rest of the game. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to go Tornadus so I can get my Terra Water off. That way I have a guaranteed switch into these 2 Pokemon, as well as the fact that he does not have a Flying Resist. So in comes Torkoal. I'm going to go for Bleak Wind, and I think I missed the first one. No, I hit the first one. Bring Torkoal down a lot. This Pokemon cannot switch in anymore. I go for Terra Blast just because did not want to miss. And Grimmsnarl is going to come in and get chipped a little bit. Big Man is my guaranteed switch into this Pokemon, and we can get a T-Spike up for free now that Torkoal cannot get a spin-off. So we're going to get the T-Spike up absolutely free, and I think I protect here. Yeah, I protect just to scout, stall the Sun turn, see what's up, and we see the Torkoal is Heat Rock. I go Garchomp this time. Was not predicting the Terra Blast. I just wanted the Rough Skin, and I lived 2 U-turns in the Sun since he was non-banded. We're going to see the switch out here into Mesprit, and I'm going to get another Spike up, and now Torkoal is dead upon entry. So this last turn of Sun is the last turn of Sun, unless we see a Healing Wish from the Mesprit, which I think that we will see in a little bit. So I'm going to taunt the Volcanion here. I was taunting the Mesprit, but Volcanion comes in. Gonna chew that up. Tornadus is free on him. I think I U-turn? No, I Bleak Wind, and I do massive damage to the Grimmsnarl. Overqwil, Big Man is going to come back in. I love Big Man. Big Man is so fun. I'm going to taunt as the Mesprit comes in, and I think I go for a Barb Barrage here, as it's pretty free as he sacks the Grimmsnarl. So, my in-game with Iron Valiant is looking super good. There are so many different things I am able to set up on, and the fact that I have T-Spikes up makes Walking Wake pretty much not a factor at this point, and even Slitherwing not a factor at this point. So we're going to see Healing Wish into the Torkoal, I think. That way he gets Sun, because that is his only play at this point. But at this point, I do feel pretty comfortable with Speed Booster, Terratorn Water, and Slowbro that I can beat the Walking Wake at some point. So I am going to go for, I believe, a T-Spike here. Yeah, I go for a T-Spike because I do very much value. I think I switch in Hard Torn here. I go Hard Torn as I see the Hydro Steam come off. And with heavy duty boosting, anyone takes hazards feels good, especially if you're a hazard stack player like me. I love my hazards, but I'm gonna go ahead and U-turn here because I took a Draco guaranteed, and if he was -2, then I could play around him very easily. And in fact, I could have went into the Iron Valiant to Calm Mind and potentially win the game, because the light screen would have expired and then I would have OHKO'd the Slitherwing. So I do go for the U-turn here as we see the Dragon Pulse, not the Draco. I'm gonna U-turn. I think I still go into Iron Valiant. I do still go into Iron Valiant, as I assume I can kill pretty much anything. I go for the Moonblast here, and I make a misplay here. I should have Calm Minded. If I Calm Minded, the game was over. I was calculating non-Terra Electric Slitherwing, so I was like, oh, I killed 3 of them, but I actually needed the +1 to kill that Pokemon. So I should have just Calm Minded there, and that would have been absolutely fine, and then I would have won the game from there. But Slitherwing's going to come in, and it is going to live 1 guaranteed. I protect for a little bit of toxic damage, a little bit of poison damage, stalling a Sun turn. Dual Wing Beat would have killed me, so I go hard into Big Man here, as I believe I Barbarage. Yeah, I Barbarage, kill the Slitherwing. Not only kill the Slitherwing, outspeed the Slitherwing. I was not a fast big man, if I recall correctly. Barbarage is busted, but in comes Volcanion, and Volcanion isn't going to do a whole lot to me. I'm going to Barbarage, we get the poison, and Steam Eruption is not going to take out Big Man. Big Man is not going to get burned, and Big Man is going to protect, do extra chip to this Pokemon, and potentially go for the KO with his own Barbarage. We put it in range of a poison, so now it's just Walking Wake, and at this point, Iron Valley can come in and clean the game. So good game to Blue. I think I had a really good matchup, unfortunately, into Sun, so I don't think there was a whole lot they could do. But yeah, that's going to be the 12th game. That is going to be the 12th game, guys. So by the way, if you guys have not already, 2 things for me really quick, 3 things for me, in fact. If you have not already left a subscription, go ahead and do that, guys. It's absolutely free, and you're obviously here coming back, and it would help me out a ton. We're at 1748 subscribers. We are almost at 1750, which would be fantastic if we could do that by the end of the day. Also, if you have not already left a like, we're 3 away from 30. If we get to 30 likes, that would be fantastic. And last but certainly not least, before we take this big intermission, Big Man is the GOAT. If you could go ahead and look on the screen right now, chien-pao is explaining to you we now have channel memberships for as low as $1 a month. You guys can support me directly, and I'm very transparent about what the money goes to. It goes back directly to pay Kurt to edit potential videos in the future. It goes to help pay bills, and it goes to help pay for my newborn. So if you guys want to, absolutely don't have to. You can go ahead. You do have to leave a like, but absolutely don't have to buy a membership. But if you want to, you can support me for as low as $1 a month. I'm gonna take a brief intermission, guys. It's gonna be about 5 minutes. Gonna get some water. My throat's getting a little bit dry, and I appreciate all you guys coming out so far. I will be right back. Boys, I gotta know why the fuck I come back to my chat being overran with the nut. What is this? What is this? What's going on? How many do we got? Who's banned? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18 Lanuts? 19? What's going on? I gotta know. Why do you guys listen to OG Albina? That dude is bad. Do not listen to him. He has no reign in this chat. That dude cannot dictate what happens in this chat. No, Obo, I'm banning you on site, man. You're banned. Out of here. This dude's out of here. Yo, by the way, we only need one more like to reach 30 likes. That would be awesome. That would be awesome if we could go ahead and reach 30 likes. I would love that. Mic is muted. My mic's not muted. Is it? No, I see. Is my mic muted? No, I see audio. I see audio. What even is a Lanad? So Lanad is a meme in my server based on I almost said Lanad. Landorus is called Lanad as far as my community is concerned, because Goose Fart, when he drafted it, drew a very cool picture of Landorus and just said Lanad and made a typo, and it's been a meme ever since. So Lanad is just people saying Lanad. I just muted you. Thank you. Because you keep saying stupid shit. Thank you, OG Albina. So anyway, guys, we're gonna go ahead and get in here with Neji's game, Neji versus Blito. Because Neji sent me his paste way back at the start of the stream, and I just saw it because I haven't been checking my DM super heavy. So we're gonna go ahead and jump into this one. But before that, guys, let's all gather around. There is something I said before my break, but it looks like we have several more viewers here right now that I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys know. Did you know? Not only could you leave a like, are we at 30 yet? We're at 33. Holy shit. Thank you guys. Thank you for people who showed up just now to leave a like. If you have not already, also be sure to subscribe. We're almost at 1750. I think we're 2 away right now. The channel growth has been astronomical, and you guys have been making my dreams into a reality with this. But not only that, guys, if you guys enjoy the content enough, on screen right now, completely optional, you do not have to, but chien-pao is letting you guys know how you guys can support me directly, put money in my pocket. Chien-pao is showing you that you can become a Schnom tier channel member for only 99 cents a month. That's $1 a month. That's $12 a year. And if you guys want to support me, you guys get emotes, and you guys can help me choose some emotes too. I need to get some professionally done. I would like to, so we could do that for as little as $1 a month, and it would be very appreciated. I'm very transparent about where the money goes. It goes right back into the channel. It goes to help my newborn, or helps to pay bills. So if you guys want to, 99 cents a month. But we're gonna go ahead and hop in here. Neji's team is gonna beat chien-pao. You have to like. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. We have chien-pao, Rotom Wash, Glamour, Armor Rouge, Slitherwing, and Rillaboom. Your team looks very fun, Neji. I don't know if I've ever commented on that, but your team looks very fun. Iron Bundle on the other side, on Blito's side, Iron Bundle, Cinderace, King Gambit, Quagsire, Dashbun, and Decidueye. Also, by the way, I don't know if I said this yet, we have went 2 weeks, all games played on time, no drops, and there are 48 people. That's fucking unheard of. So shout out to you guys. That is awesome. That is actually literally unheard of. I've never heard of that happening in 16-man leagues, which is fantastic. The nut emote, we might just have to. We might just have to. If we get enough channel members, we might just have to. But so Neji's team is gonna be, we're gonna have a Choice Banded Adamant chien-pao. We're gonna have a, which I'm assuming they're expecting Cinderace to creep something, because I know Cinderace can outspeed an Adamant chien-pao by 1 point if it's max. We have a Resto Chester, Rotom Wash. We have a Scarf Glamour, which is very cool. A Colbert Bear Weak Armor, Armor Rouge, a Slitherwing with the leftover is gonna be a bulkier Slitherwing, I assume, to check the King Gambit potentially, and then an AV Rillaboom here for the Iron Bundle. Pack opening edition. I haven't actually bought that many packs in very long, to be completely honest. Maybe I'll do some streams of that if I get like a second webcam or a camera or something to do that, but we'll go ahead and hop in here. Chien-pao looks very dirty in this game. It's just a matter of keeping chien-pao in check and keeping the Iron Bundle in check, and who can do that better. Scarf Glamour could potentially catch this team off guard. Maybe we see a Scarf Iron, or a booster Iron Bundle, booster speed. I'm not sure. Let's go ahead and get in here and see what we see. We see Cinderace leads to the Wing lead into the Glamour. Are we Toxic Debris? I did not see that. We're not Toxic Debris. Hold on. We're Corrosion. Wait. Why are we... Oh, to avoid court change. Gotcha. We see an energy ball. Down goes Quagsire. Another energy ball catching the iron bundle off guard. Oh my gosh. Well played. I feel like maybe we should have went King Gambit there instead of iron bundle. To scout for a Scarf. I know Scarf is super unlikely on Glamour, but obviously here it is. Feel like we should have went King Gambit to scout that, but we lose the iron bundle. Now we go King Gambit. Fallen 2. Sword Stance. Does it gets Aerial Ace, right? But it doesn't matter. And Will-O-Wisp comes out. Oh, but well-baked body from the dash button. So we're gonna see a body press do massive damage to this Slitherwing as we see the U-turn come out here. I assume the Slitherwing did not expect the dash button to be faster, so Glamour is gonna come out, and we're gonna see a double on the armor roost. Fantastic. Weak armor procs, and we're gonna blow that thing sideways. Oh, never mind. Not quite. Not quite. We see Rillaboom coming on the Decidueye. Rillaboom can be used a whole lot more freely now that there's no iron bundle. We're gonna see a knockoff. Down goes Decidueye, and I don't see a way Blito wins the game after iron bundle went down. I'll be honest. Down goes the Slitherwing, and I assume we go. Oh, that also works. I was gonna say Glamour and Earth Power, but this also works just as well. Hydro on this Pokemon. We actually just 2-hit KO this Pokemon straight up. Not quite. Body press comes out. We miss the Hydro, which is unfortunate. Body press again. Do we miss another Hydro? We land the Hydro. 15%. We're going to save the Rotom for a differential. A crit on the Rillaboom. I don't think this will really matter that much. We just Wood Hammer here, right? In comes the Cinderace. We knock off, actually. No more boots on the Cinderace. And like at this point, chien-pao just wins, right? Straight up. We can Sacred Sword at this point. I guess Dashbun's a little more health than I thought it was. We need a little bit more chip on the Dashbun, and then we can win with chien-pao. Psychic crit. Not sure how much that mattered. Probably mattered quite a bit. Down goes the Cinderace. In comes the King Gambit. King Gambit is very scary. Oh, we're Terra Fairy. Armor Cannon. Gonna do massive damage. Do we Sword Stance? Kotal Cleave. Colbur. Down goes Armor Rouge. I don't think this King Gambit can do it. Chien-pao should just Sacred Sword 2-hit KO. Oh, we actually Ice Spinner. Oh, yeah, duh. Terra Fairy. Yeah, Chien-pao cleans up that game. So I think Neji played very well. I just simply the Scarf Glamour. Taking out the Iron Bundle turn 2 was fantastic. That's kind of what did it. That is kind of just what did it. Neji versus Blito. So if anybody, by the way, if anybody's here and they want to see their gameplay, go ahead and let me know. And we will take a look at that. But I had one more DM. It looks like, or I had 2 more DMs. Looks like Bick is here. Let's see. We will do Bick's game because Bick was the earliest person to get me. Let's see. Did you notice you ripped off Dell's thumbnail this week, you thief? I didn't until Dell told me. And I was like, oh, okay. Because I promised Goose that if he did good with Lunar, I would do another Lunar thumbnail. Was where that came from. Let me find Bick's replay here. I think Bick is in Articuno. Yeah. So Lemonade versus Bick. Bick versus Lemonade. I did not spell that right, guys. I just want you to be aware this is how I spelled Lemonade. I also love seeing offensive Glamour. I actually already watched your game, Apple. I already watched your game versus SJ, I believe. I'm going back to Valorant. I'm so sorry, Star. I am so sorry, Star. So in this matchup, let's see. Bick went ahead and sent me his team. Bick is going to be Duck Button, Aqua Step, Close Combat, Ice Spinner, Roost. We're going to see a Shift Gear 3 Attack Life Orb Toxtricity, which looks fantastic in this matchup, by the way, if we can ever get a Shift Gear off. For Ridgeraft, I haven't seen for Ridgeraft used yet, and I'm very excited. Just a Whittle guy. Psychic, Hyper Voice, Wish, and Protect. We have Diancie. Dude, this is, I think for Ridgeraft, super underrated. I'm so excited. Diancie, Diamond Storm, Moonblast, Baton Pass, and Stealth Rock Baton Pass for the incoming potential Hisui and Arcanine, I suppose, since we don't have Earth Power. Chi-Yu, gonna be Boots, 3 attacks, Flame Charge, Terra Fairy, which is gonna be here for the likes of Salamis as well as Hisui and Samurai. Hisui and Samurai is a very good check to Chi-Yu, so that makes sense. And then we have Hex, Make It Rain, Thunder Wave, and Recover on our Goldango, and we see Goldango takes a +2 non-boosted Shadow Ball after Rock and 2 Spikes, and the Diancie takes an Orb Crit Cutter from a Life Orb Crit Cutter from the Hisuian Samurai after Rocks and 2 Spikes. So, thanks, Star. We'll see what happens here. From Lemonade's side, Spectre does very well. That's obviously why Fritter was brought. If Fritter can be chipped in any sort of way, Spectre goes absolutely crazy. If I remember correctly, I think Salamence is their Terra. In-game Salamence also looks shiesty. A DD off, it looks insane. So we'll see if they play for that. I assume this side is going to want to play for rocks early. I assume both sides are going to want to play for rocks early. We're either going to see a Hisuian Samurott or Hippowdon lead, I can only imagine, or if they want to get on the offensive, we could see a Gyaptos lead. As far as the big side goes, I assume we might see a Dia lead, or we might see a lead to counter the Hippo in some fashion, like a Quaquaval. So we'll see here. We see Diancie Hippo, so that makes sense on both fronts. Heavy Slam going to almost take out rocks on rocks immediately by Big Hippo, and Diancie did its job. Rocks are up. Rocks are here for the game. Oh, you sent your pace as well. Arcanine is your Terra. My mistake. My mistake. What I said about Salamence still goes though. That might goes crazy. We're gonna be Specs Spectre. We're gonna be AV Hisuian Samurott, a choice Spec Salamence, an AV Hisuian Arcanine with Terra Normal, and we're gonna see a Hibbo, Stealth Rock, Stack Off, Heavy Slam, and Earthquake. Gonna be more Spud Def on that Pokemon. A little bit of speed for the Diancie, as we saw it come into play there. Very awesome prep, and then a choice Scarf Gyaptos. So we're gonna see Quaquaval come in. Very good switch in. Probably Salamence come in. No, what's Hippo gonna do? Oh, get his own rocks up. Fantastic. And we see him let Hippo go down, as now we see a +1 or +2/+1 Quack come in. Gyaptos is going to come in. I don't think it outspeeds, but it very obviously didn't die in one. Did that not die in one? Did that not die in one to a +1 Quack? I gotta see this. I guess not. Oh, it was he adamant? Were we adamant? Oh, we were very defensive. Wait. Yeah, we were very defensive. It almost never killed. I'm very curious, Lemonade. What happened there if he wasn't bulky? You died in one to the Ice Spinner. Were you just bluffing, or do you think you outsped with Scarf? But we're gonna see the Brave Bird come out, do massive chunk of Goldingo plus rocks, and we're gonna see a switch out into Hisuian Samurott, who's a fantastic shiny, by the way. Yeah, special attacking drag, specifically Salamence popping off this week. I think there's 2 spec Salamence that we've seen actually this week. Thunder Wave gonna come out on Hisuian Samurott. We're gonna see Quaquaval come in. Ceaseless Edge comes out on the Quack as a spike comes up, and that spike is here for the game again, because we're not Rapid Spin on this Pokemon. Aqua Step comes out, and the Gyaptos goes for Brave Bird again to 2-hit KO this Goldingo. It killed everything else. It was all I had. Gotcha. So we were just hoping that it was not offensive. I guess that's fair enough. Gyaptos actually kills. Whoa. Hold on. Down goes Goldingo. And we're gonna sack the Farigiraf. Do I agree with that? I mean, Quack does so well in the matchup, you don't really want to sack it. I mean, you get outsped by everything with Toxtricity. I feel like Farigiraf was not the sack. I feel like Toxtricity was the sack there, right? I feel like Toxtricity was the sack there, because while you just can't really get set up to win the game, especially because you're Life Orb. I would have personally sacked Toxtricity, because now Spectre simply clicks Shadow Ball. Oh, you max rolled. Gotcha. Does anybody have a shiny Padres? I do not. Lechonk. We're gonna see Chiyu come in on the Salamence. We're gonna see the Terra Fairy come out, obviously. I assume Flame Charge. Hydro Pump, gonna do massive damage. Oh, we're gonna see the Terra Blast. So down goes the Salamence. We're playing into the Quaquaval in game, it looks like. Spectre comes in and Spectre claims the damn kill. Down goes that Pokemon. I think Spectre just wins, yeah? Down goes that Pokemon, yeah. See, that's why I really would have preferred to see the Toxtricity stack over the Farigiraf. Yeah, no, you set up the Spectre well. The Spectre in game was set up very, very well. Quaquaval got super scary early. I'm glad for you that it was a defensive Quaquaval, because if it was offensive, you simply lost the game way early. Right here, you would have just simply lost. So I'm glad for you that it was a defensive Quaquaval. But yeah, you set up the Spectre in game pretty well. That was a nice and quick one here. You can't escape the toes. Let me see. Did we have anybody else DM me? We did. We have Caffeinated Hog here. Caffeinated Hog and Denali. I think Caffeinated Hog is Ski Dog. Let me go ahead and write this one down. we'll go ahead and hop in this one. And if anybody else has some replays they want us to watch, whether it's your own or not, go ahead and let me know, and we will do them in order. If not, I'll just start randomly picking them. So let me know again. And also, if you guys are brand new, be sure to leave a like on the video. It helps me out a ton. We're almost at 40 likes since the last time I checked, which is fantastic. So go ahead, drop a like, and it will help out a ton. And we will hop in here. So we have Dragapult, Thundi T, Glamour, Cleavor, Iron Jugs, and Ursaluna. A very scary 6 versus Alomomola, Annihilate, Spectrier, Toad's Cruel, Ting Lu, and Ditto. So Ditto is here because of potential Thunderous. That's pretty cool. Pretty good switch. And Ting Lu obviously here for the Thunderous as well. All you gotta do is say it in the chat. If you say it in the chat, a person's game that you wanted to see this week, then you can go ahead. That was in my league, obviously, of course. Yo, what's going on, Dan? We see, so Annihilate plus Spectre obviously does very good, but Ursaluna is here. Ursaluna exists. Yeah, this is a bad matchup for Denali. This is a pretty bad matchup for Denali. I'm actually very curious to see how they pull it out. Dragapult plus Ursaluna just destroys this team. Ursaluna can U-turn pretty easily on the Ting Lu into the Cleavor pretty much every time. And Ting Lu is going to get beaten down by U-turns, potentially from Dragapult and potentially from Thundi, but Thundi might be the setup win con in this matchup, so we'll see here. We just see Ting Lu get led and Cleavor get led, so not a good lead for Denali. You've turned 42% on that Cleavor. That is very valuable chip, assuming this is not Rest Talk. That is so valuable. We're going to see Ursaluna come out here and Rocks come up. Are we going to be Flame Orb? We are. I'm actually a little surprised to see Flame Orb and not like Chopo Berry or something like that. No, Talon Master J. I actually, this was up for only, I'm sorry, I should have specified. This is only for my league, not for any replays. I'm sorry. So we're gonna see Air Balloon Annihilate, which is really cool, by the way. Trailblaze come out. Uh-oh. Something's gonna die, maybe. Oh, nope, not quite. Annihilate doubles out into the Ditto. Okay. Maybe he was scared of his own, facing his own Ursaluna. We're gonna see Sludge Bomb come out on this Glamora as we see Mortal Spin to get a poison on that Ditto, right? No, we're not Corrosion. Never mind. In comes Ting Lu as Ursaluna comes back in. Terra Normal, Guts Facade might get... Boys. Have you ever seen a Ting Lu take 71% from one hit? I don't think so. I don't think so. Yeah, of course, man. Dan, we can put your game right next in queue, man. We don't have any others in queue, so we can go ahead and do that right now. We have, it looks like we have 9 games left, and that's one of them. So, of course, we will do that. So, we see Facade. Down goes the Ting Lu. That's crazy. Spectre comes in. We see the Headlong Rush. So, trying to make him lose defenses here with the sub-bus lefties, it looks like. Disable. Oh, fantastic. Trailblaze is going to come out, though. Going to see right through that shit. As we probably just Trailblaze again, right? Yeah, we Trailblaze again. Do massive damage. Ursaluna is putting in the finest right now. Good lord. Glamour is going to come out here. Drain Punch comes out. Does massive damage, but we get Toxic Debris off, and there is no Grounded Poison. We're going to opt to get another layer of Spikes off because there is no because there is very limited removal with Dragapult existing. We're going to see Toad's Cruel switch into the Dragapult. No, I refuse that just happened. Dragapult does not get Psychic Fangs. What? Dragapult gets Psychic Fangs? What? Wait, what were we calling? Are we no Ghost Move Dragapult for the Ditto? That would be the only thing that I could conjure up. Unless there was something I'm missing on this team. Maybe they had Klefki or something to destroy the screens. I'm a little confused as to why we were Psychic. It looks like we're Banded, maybe. Good lord. It's been had that? Don't say that like I'm stupid for not knowing that. U-turn's gonna come out here from the Dragapult. Yeah, Banded Dragapult does do a ton of damage. We're gonna see Rapid Spin come off, obviously. We're gonna block that. We're gonna get rid of the Toedscruel. Cleavor is gonna come out here. In comes Alomomola. I assume we're gonna U-turn into Thundy. No, we're gonna Stone Axe. That way rocks get up. It's a fine play too. And then we're gonna U-turn into Thundy, I assume. We're just hard switching to Thundy. We might be Choice Scarf by the looks of it. In comes Spectre. Gonna catch a Wish all the way back up to full, actually. As Shadow Ball comes out. Does not Oko Thundy. I didn't think so. And Thunderbolt does massive damage. And now this Pokemon is almost out of range of saving. If he's gonna switch it out, it has to be this turn. Obviously, he did not do that. We're gonna see a Draining Kiss come out here. Up to 52, back down to 34. So we gained a little bit of health from that turn. Draining Kiss again. Gonna take a ton of toxic damage though. And we go Dragapult. And we do not kill with U-turn. Draft League player, click U-turn. We could have... I think that Psychic Fang was always the play there, no? Because it was not possible. I think Psychic Fang was always the play there. I mean, you were trying to catch the Alomomola, I guess, but you had pivots for the Alomomola, whereas Spectrier now you sack a Pokemon. And if he would have Draining Kiss, he might have got another turn. I don't think so, but he might have. So now Thundy goes down, and now actually Alomomola is a little bit threatening. Alomomola is going to come in here, and we're going to go for a Psychic Fangs, 20%. Wish comes out. It's toxic, so like the game is going to be wrapped up here pretty much. Draft League player, Darts was better. I don't think he had Darts. I think he's no Dragon, no Ghost move because of Ditto. I think. I can only assume because we haven't seen it yet. I can only assume because we haven't seen it yet. Otherwise, yes, I agree with you. Rage Fist is going to come out. I think Ski Dog Caffeinated Hog has this game locked up. I don't think there's a world where this can... yeah, Ditto's dead to Spikes. Alomomola is toxic. Annihilate is toxic. I think Jugs itself will clean up this game. Yeah, so I like the Hazard Stack. I like to play in the Hazard Stack. The Dragapult was shiesty. I assume we were no Dragon, no Ghost move for the Ditto, which is pretty cool if that is the case. Choice Banded, obviously, based on that damage. I like your team. I think it was pretty cool. I just didn't know Dragapult got Psychic Fangs. Oh, we had Phantom Force, Sucker Punch, and U-turn, and Psychic Fangs. Okay, so... I mean, maybe we should have just Phantom Force then. I feel like maybe, right? I don't know. It doesn't matter. He won the game. So next up, we are gonna go for Zach versus Dan. Let me pull that up really quick. And then Dan requested this game, so we're going to watch from his side. And we see a Hoopa Unbound, a Spathra, Hisuian Lilligant, Toxapex, Brambleghast. Unfortunately, I'm so sorry that you had to bring that. And a Heatran versus Azelf, Cleavor, Ursaluna, Zarude, Palafin, and Thundy T. Again, by the way, guys, we have 20 viewers right now. Do we have 40 likes yet? We do not have 40 likes yet. There have to be 3 of you guys that have yet to like the video. If you have not already, be sure to leave a like so we can hit 40 likes. It will push us further into the algorithm and let more people see your games you played and help me grow as a channel, which is obviously double-sided benefit. And how many subs are we at? We still need 2 subscribers in order to reach 1750, by the way. So if you guys have not already, tell your friends. Go ahead and tell them leave a sub. I'm 2 away from 1750, and obviously this is my dream. So I remember you joined and talked about the Suns trade. Oh, that's funny. I don't remember this game literally at all, but I probably did join to talk to Zach about the Suns trade because he's somebody who enjoys basketball, who I talk to quite often. So we'll go ahead and see Azelf, Cleavor, Ursaluna, Zarude, Palafin, and Thundy T. So Zach's team is obviously very scary. I think it's one of the better ones in Articuno, but something like Hoopa Unbound matches up really well into this team, assuming we're something like Scarf. I think Scarf looks really nice in this matchup. Obviously, we have to watch out for Zarude, but I assume Toxapex is here specifically for the Zarude, and obviously Heatran can pivot in on it. Lilligant also looks very, very good in this matchup if we get a victory dance off. Lilligant is so good, man. I'm starting to realize how good that Pokemon is. We are going to need to break potential sashes. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and go in here. We're going to see Azelf come in and Toxapex come in. Wow, we're going to Baneful Bunker on the Zin. Not respecting the rocks. Really. That's a little scary. We're gonna see a U-turn come out here. We're just gonna stay in with the Toxapex. That's crazy. Rocky helmet chip. That is crazy. I don't know if that was worth the risk, because if he's in headbutted you and you took that much damage, it would have been really, really difficult to check this route, I feel like. But it worked out. It worked out. But just because it worked out doesn't mean that it's something that you should do in the future. You know what I mean? Usually you want to play low risk, high reward, right? T-Spikes are going to come out. Heatran comes in on the Thundy, so that means that this is a Spadef Heatran for the Thundy, right? Cleaver is going to come in, and we're going to see Magma Storm do massive damage. Heatran's such a good Pokemon, man. As Protect comes out, Cleaver goes for a U-turn, and we're going to see the good switch into Toxapex. Very good switch there to guarantee the KO on the Cleaver there. We're gonna see Ursaluna come out and income Bramblegast. We're gonna see Earthquake do way more than I would have liked to my Bramblegast. Stundy's gonna come in, and we strength sap back up to full. Heatran's gonna come out, and we're Terra Ice, gotcha, on the Thundy as Heatran comes in and subs. So we're sub Protect Magma Storm last move, not sure what last move. Protect for the Leftovers Recovery and Poison Chip, I like that a lot. Magma Storm, wow, he might be AV. He might just be AV. We could just Protect sub this down. Yeah, we just Protect sub this down. Down goes that Pokemon. But I like this. This Heatran set is very good in this matchup. I like it a whole lot. That is very, very good. Bramblegast comes in. Azo's going to go for the U-turn here as we do what? Get a Spike Up potentially? Yeah, we get a Spike Up. And then Thundy's going to go for, I assume, Volt Switch. U-turn, same thing, I guess. In comes Palafin. And yeah, it's looking tough for Zach at this point. Because even if, like, I don't know your Lilligant set, but even if he manages to get through the gauntlet of guys right now, Toxapex for the Palafin, Toxapex for the Zarude, he still has to deal with Lilligant, which can get pretty out of hand pretty quickly against the Pokemon he has left, right? And even then, if you're Scarf Hoopa or even just a Spother, like you just have the pieces to win this game. I don't think Zach has the pieces to win this game at this point in the match, unfortunately. Good bulk up on his part, expecting to Protect for the Leftovers Recovery and the poison damage, and we're going to see Toxapex come in. Good Zen Headbutt on his part as well. He's behind, so I feel like he has to make a play, so I agree with that play 100%. And then another Zen Headbutt do massive damage to the Bramblegast here as Jet Punch takes out the Bramblegast. And here I am in chat. I get it. It's a rebuild, but you need compensation. 59. Okay. The Toxapex is going to come back in. Bulk up again? We're going to see another bulk up. Doesn't matter because he dies to poison, but just for the flex play. Thundy's going to come back in. We're going to see a Focus Blast do massive damage to the Heatran. I assume we're going to see a Protect. We actually see a double as Azelf comes in, a Protect from the Espathra as we see a U-turn, and we're going to see a Calm Mind. Are we Weakness Policy? If we're Weakness Policy, game's over, right? We're not. In comes Zarude, who I assume doesn't get ult-code by this. Protect. We're gonna Acro. Interesting. Are we no item? Or Terra Psychic. D-Gleam is gonna take out the Zarude. And does Espathra just clean up the game? Yes, Espathra cleans up the game. So well played by you for sure. I think Hazard Stack into Zach is one of the ways to beat his team. And obviously you trapped and removed the only potential defogger very early. So very good, very well played by you, I think. I'm curious, were you Scarf Hoopa in the back? And what was your Lilligant set? I'm curious. But yeah, well played by you for sure. Well played by you for sure. We are going to go ahead. Let's see. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 games left. So nobody else has recommended a game. So I am just going to simply pick one. With Scarf, yeah, I like Scarf Hoopa a lot in that matchup. Let's see. I'm gonna grab the first one I see. Lunar Echo versus Pei. Let's see. Okay, write this down. Lunar versus Pei. Victory Dance, CC, Leaf Blade, Ice Spinner. Yep, exactly. I think that did fantastic in the matchup. I think you brought a great team, man. So we're gonna see Urshifu, Glowking, Gastrodon, Greninja, Thundy, and Caparajah versus Dragapult, Iron Treads, Overqwil, Big Man. Urshifu, I don't know which one's which. Lycanroc and Volcarona. So Terra Volcarona obviously is really good with any chip on the Glowking. I just heard my girlfriend yell. At least I hope that was my girlfriend. I guess she's home now. Yeah, Volcarona is great with any chip on Glowking. Dragapult obviously goes crazy into this team. Yeah, I mean, Dragon Bolt's overwhelming. If this is Urshifu Rapid, it actually does really well into this team. If it's Urshifu single, obviously it always does well. We'll just hop in here. We'll see what's up. Gastron, I'm gonna assume this is Urshifu Rapid because this guy has Dragon Ball, and that wouldn't make any sense. So this has to be Urshifu single, right? So we're seeing Gastro versus Dragon Ball. Caparaja comes in, and we see a Dragon Darts come off. Not gonna do that much at all. Caparaja, unfortunately, is not very good. Overquill, big man, is gonna come in. Give me Carrot. I love that nickname. Earthquake's gonna come off. Crit. Ooh, that's unfortunate. That is unfortunate after the drop. In comes Urshifu Rapid. You help the lad with prep. Wait, who'd you help with prep? Who did you help, Corey? We're gonna see Yuta come out. Rocky Helmet Gastro, I can only assume. In comes the Dragon Ball once more. Drop a Draco this time, potentially. Or wait, a Dragon Dart, excuse me. I forgot we were darts. We're gonna see Overquill come in. Big man. Another Earthquake come out. That's not gonna kill you. Yeah, see, that crit was really unfortunate on this Pokemon, because you see it could have taken 4, potentially 5, probably 5, right? After Black Sludge Earthquakes, and now it can't even take 3. So I assume we're gonna get a Hazard here and die. Yeah, we get a Spikes up because there's no remove on the other side. And oh, actually we don't die. He goes for the prediction, and I'm actually not sure why Pei clicked player off. I feel like Earthquake was always the play there. Earthquake is actually unresisted on your team, so I feel like Earthquake was always the play there. So you're gonna get a second Hazard up, free of charge, and down goes Overquill. Lycanrock's gonna come in and throw off a close combat. Down goes Caparaja. Life Orb too, that's very scary. Actually, I'm curious how much a Greninja takes from a Life Orb, Lycanroc, a Celerock. Assuming we're not Water Shuriken. Actually, not nearly as much as I thought. That's 50% just about. So, 2 more switch-ins, and this Pokemon could be potentially in range of an Celerock from a Life Orb, a Lycanroc. So that's something to keep in mind. Lycanroc in-game is very possible with these 5 Pokemon remaining. Assuming we're close combat, yeah, close combat, a Celerock, Drill Run, Stone Edge, or something of that sort, Sword Stance, something like that. We see Urshifu Rapid come out, and a Hydro comes out. Are we like AV? No. Gastro's gonna come in, obviously, on the Urshifu. Urshifu's gonna die to the Rocky, but we are gonna at least pick up a KO on the Gastro on there. Dragon Bolt's gonna come back in and decide to pick up a KO, but get Sucker Punched. No! Down goes Dragon Bolt. But now, oh, Volcarona gets to come in. I don't think Volcarona wins unless we're Terra Ground, because of Glow-King always existing. Glow-King is a great Volcarona check depending on the Terra types. We're gonna Quiver here. We could potentially be like, I think it gets Clear Smog, right? Fiery Dance is gonna come off. Special attack boost too, it's horrifying. But we're gonna be Calm Mind Glow-King. Yo, thank you so much for the tip, Jerica. I really appreciate it. Thank you for your rainbow. I love you, Jerica. It looks like this is actually horrifying. The Fiery Dance boosts are proving to be nothing as Glow-King completely just Calm Minds these off, slack off, and obviously we said I like this Glow-King set a lot, just to keep the Volcarona set in check. That's all it is for, right? That's all it's for, and I like that a lot. Earthquake's gonna come off as Thundy comes in. Thundy's gonna plot as we see Ice Spinner potentially. Rock Tomb. Ooh, even better in this situation, actually. Rock Tomb again, not gonna quite kill the Thundy, but we're gonna see a Terra Blast come out. Did we forget to Terra? Are we Terra Ice and forgot to Terra? Or did we not bring Focus Blast, maybe? I'm a little confused by that. But Grin comes in here and Grin claims a KO. Grin actually might just win the game if we can land our Hydros. Down goes 1. We're scared of the Hydros. I like it because we don't have to risk it because of
Somebody sign me.
Thank you again, Jerica. We don't have to risk that, and we're still out of range of an Celerock from the Lycanroc after Spike. So I like this play. Just be as safe as you possibly can. We're gonna see a Quiver. It doesn't matter. In comes the Lycanroc. I assume we Calm Mind. Yeah, we go. I think we tunneled a little bit here, right? I think we tunneled a little bit on the Urshifu win con. I think we should have sacked Urshifu there because I think Grin wins the game from this position. No? Yeah, I mean, Grin just... Oh, I guess we just Terra Watered, so maybe not. Maybe this is the right sack. I don't know how I feel now. I think with Grin plus Glow King, though, you always won the game. So I don't know. We'll see what happens here. Swords Dance. Oh, no. We might have lost the game. Yeah, we might have lost the game. Urshifu comes out. Sucker Punch. No! Dang. A Celerock comes out. So I guess... I'm not sure why we didn't close combat there, since we knew that this guy probably wasn't... I guess it was the right play, just so we couldn't Sucker, actually. Yeah, that makes sense. So down goes Urshifu, who I assume is banded. Maybe you could tell that by earlier damage, and I can't. So well played, well positioned by Lunar for sure. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing that he could have done in that situation after Lycanroc got the Sword Stance up. I guess not. So well played by Lunar for sure. I did not see that Lycanroc in game coming, actually. Let's see who else we have. We have one more Moltres replay left, so we can actually go for that one if you guys want to. Let me find out who it is. I think it's actually this one. I think it's Draco versus Panda. Yeah, looks like it is. We will hop on this one. This week I'm playing Leo, and he went 6-0 with Goth, and he has a scary Iron Leaves for my team. Any tips for me? I couldn't give you a tip without looking at the matchup, to be honest with you. I guess my tip for team building in general would be find a win con and stick with it. Build around what the win con is and play towards that, right? But if I remember correctly, Dan, you were the guy with the Heatran team against Zach, right? I think you're fine with team building. I think you did great. I think that was a fantastic team. I don't think you need a tip, to be honest. I think you got it, man. We're only 2 likes away from 40 likes, by the way. If you guys could help us out, that would be fantastic. We're gonna go ahead and hop in here. We see Talonflame, Fortress, Dragolgi, Lando T, Gothitelle, and Iron Bundle. Then we're gonna see Palafin, Florges, Rillaboom, Thundy T, Hoopa, Unbound, and Howlucha. So Howlucha actually looks pretty scary once the Fortress goes down, potentially. I guess Landorus can keep it in check, but Landorus can't really do anything back to it. I'm curious to see what Pokemon are Shed Shell on this team for the Goth, if any. Hoopa Unbound definitely looks pretty scary. I'm actually not seeing very much Palafin counterplay on this team. I feel like Dragolgi does not take 2 Ice Punches from a +1 potentially Palafin. So we'll see here. I think Palafin's gonna do him dirty. Yeah, I think it's the smart play to lead that and get that into the right form immediately. We're gonna see a U-turn, the Fortress is in the vortex right now as we see rocks go up, valuing the hazards obviously as there is no removal. Close combat comes out here. Rillaboom's gonna come in on the Lando. Hazards, actually, that was a great play into what I think is a poor matchup on this side, to get the hazards up early, because this team does not deal with hazards at all. So you also get to find out what's boots and what's not. So I like that a lot. We're gonna see Lando U-turn on the Rillaboom. Fantastic. That doesn't look like banded damage, but it might be. We're gonna see knockoff come off on the Fortress, valuing another hazard. I assume spikes are gonna come up here. I like this a lot. I like this play a lot from Draco. I really do. Drain Punch is gonna come out here. Ultimately, don't think it's gonna matter. We get all the hazards up here. We get another spike up. So there is every single hazard except a sticky web up right now, and I guess a steel spike. So I do like this game plan a whole lot from this side. And then Iron Bundle can potentially just win, right? Lando on the Howlucha. Lando pretty much checks Howlucha inevitably. And we're Terra Electric. Fantastic. Terra Blast gonna come out. Good Volt Absorb by the Thundy. Goth is gonna come in. Obviously this has U-turn, so this isn't really a trap. We are actually gonna Sludge Bomb. We're Boots though. We're Boots. Right? We're Boots? We're Boots? Am I wrong? No, we're Boots. No, we're not Boots. We're not Boots. We're not Boots. You got Volt Absorbed. I'm so stupid. So you could potentially be Specs or Scarf on this Pokemon, I guess. Dragolgi coming in. Yeah, I'm assuming the way you switched out is going to be Scarf. We're going to Sludge Bomb the Hoopa. Do so much damage. Holy shit. Holy shit. Hoopa is no joke with Spadef, but we are going to be Boots on Hoopa. Hoopa is no joke with its Spadef, so that is crazy. This might be Specs. With no poison resist either. Wow. So down goes Goth. Goth is a good sack there. I assume we're going to go into like Lando here. Yeah, Lando's going to come out. Lando's going to potentially U-turn. Draft League player love click U-turn. Dragolgi comes back out. Howlucha comes out. We just go back into Lando, right? We go back into Lando. Potential close combat. Brave Bird's going to come out, not do very much at all. Thundy's going to come out here, and what do we do? Stone Edge? Good Stone Edge, for sure. Good Stone Edge for sure. Paladin's going to come out, and I actually am curious what we do here. We probably just sack Lando, right? Or we go hard Dragology. Ah! Wow! I feel like we just should have sacked Lando. I feel like Lando wasn't necessarily needed at that point, especially because you have Iron Bundle to outspeed the Halucha, right? I feel like that might have been the play, or even just sacking Talonflame. Or no, you have Bundle and Talonflame. You don't need Lando. I feel like Lando was the play. I feel like sending out Dragology gave you a loose con now, because now you might not break Florges, right? Especially if they're boots, you're in trouble for sure. They're not boots, so you're not in trouble. Not as much as you should be. Florges is gonna get two. Florges is not gonna get 2 KO'd on switching. Never mind, it is. So Ice Beam is gonna kill that Pokemon, and then Iron Bundle is going to be able to clean up the game potentially. Or are we fearing Scarf? It might be Scarf, I suppose. Down goes Lanad. Talonflame comes in, and Talonflame cleans up the game, I guess. So we are Scarf. We were Scarf on Halucha. Okay. Tailwind, and down goes Halucha. So good game from both sides. I love that I love that Draco took what I think is a poor matchup from their side and hazard stacked and used that to their advantage. And I like that. I like that a lot. I think they did a great job taking advantage of something that the other team could not really handle. So we have 6 games left. We're gonna watch some Zapdos games here, because we have 6 games left, 4 of which are Zapdos. And we're actually gonna watch my buddy Tony and Goose's game. We're gonna watch Tony and Goose's game. We're gonna go and write this down. Tony versus Goose. Tony versus Goose here. And we see Lanad, of course, Goldingo, and this is one of the games that I have seen. I'll be completely transparent, because I told Goose that if he did well with Lanad, I would put it on the thumbnail, and you can obviously see that it's on the thumbnail. So Lanad, Goldingo, Cinderace, Serena, Sui and Samurott, and Palma versus Lando, Quaquaval, chien-pao, Lycanroc, Heatran, and Quagsire. So we are just based on matchup, chien-pao does very, very well. It's very hard to go wrong with chien-pao in this matchup. We're probably going to see a Colbur, a Chapel, a couple of different, the Scarf on Cinderace. Like, we're going to see a couple of different things to have to mitigate that chien-pao, because chien-pao goes insane. But on the other side, Quaquaval, if it ever gets an Aqua Step up, can get out of hand very quickly. So we're going to go ahead and jump in here. We see Palma lead on the Quaquaval lead. Switch into Lando makes sense. And I like the attack here of Double Shock. Not overplaying, because I don't think you have to early, because you have switch-ins to the Lando. We're going to see the double into the chien-pao, and unfortunately, so Tony played Deafened. Oh, actually, no, stop. Tony played Deafened so I could watch and hear his thought process. And a couple other friends, obviously. And his thought process here was, I don't know what moves this gets. I'm going to stay in and try to kill it. So he did not know Hisui and Samurott got Sacred Sword. It was Chapel. Wouldn't have even killed it, by the way, if it wasn't Chapel. And dies. So the best win con on Tony's side of the field goes down. So Tony is going to have a really tough time winning this game at this point. Really tough time winning this game. We're going to see the Fire Fin come out on this arena here, as Heatran's going to come in on this arena. I'm not even sure if he gets stomping anymore, to be honest. We're going to see rocks go up. Hisui and Samurott get some spikes up, which is great, because Tony's only remover is Quaquaval, which in this matchup probably shouldn't be running Spin. Or maybe it should, because Hisui and Samurott exists. So we're going to see Rest Hisui and Samurott, which was a really good bring for some longevity, especially in this exact situation, right? We're going to see Quaquaval come in and double into the Heatran as the Goldingo comes in. So great double on Tony's part to try to get back into this game. Samurott's going to come in, and we're going to see a Lava Plume. I probably would have liked to see Magma Storm in this matchup a little bit better. But hindsight's 2020, right? So we see Lanad come in. Big Lanad is going to come in, and then Landers obviously on the other side is going to come in. And I didn't realize this at the time. This is Terra Water Lanad, and it's just going to start bulking up. And it can always be taken care of, because this guy can put him in range of Lycanroc, which it does right here. Obviously, this is now going to be in range of Lycanroc. Rock Slide's going to come out. Obviously, can't flinch, and now see, like, obviously guaranteed in range of Lycanroc. Tony makes what I think is a very poor play here. I think you should have just sacked the Landers. I don't think you needed the Landers anymore. He actually goes to sack the Heatran, and I think Heatran did very, very well in the rest of this matchup, especially with Landorus gone. So I do disagree with that heavily. But we are going to see Lycanroc come in. Lycanroc can basically claim a KO here as we see the close combat come out. Do not a lot to Serena. And unfortunately right here, you're going to see Tony go to try to sack Quagsire. But this actually lets Goose get a Trop kick off and then potentially a spin the following turn. I would have liked to see the Lando on the potential Synthesis instead, or the potential U-turn, because you intimidated it. If he spun, so be it, but you intimidated it, and if he synthed, you could Terra Blast it the following turn. But instead, we're going to see him try to sack the Quagsire here, and we're going to see the spin get off, which is very unfortunate. And down, and then instead of sacking Quag, Tony goes into Lando now after letting Quag get weakened. No, Tony, no. We're gonna see Ice Spinner come off from the Quackle Vol. It is crazy too, because obviously I don't disagree with that play necessarily. That was probably Tony's only play at that point. If Tony just went for like a close combat, or not a close combat, an Aqua Step on that turn, trying to predict the Goldingo coming in, you'll see in a second that he potentially won the game. We're gonna see the Quagsire sack here, as Lycanroc's gonna come in, Fire Fang the Serena. He's gonna Fire Fang it down, as we're gonna see a flinch right here, and Lycanroc is gonna be able to take out that Serena, and Palma is gonna come in close combat, and actually right here, so this Palma is locked in. Quackle Vol can Aqua Step and win the game. 15% Lando. Goldingo, if he Aqua Stepped the last time, if he called it, he could have won the game right here. It would have been insane. We're gonna see Quackle Vol come in, almost die, not quite die, gonna Aqua Step, kill the Palma. Goldingo's gonna come in and not quite kill. So if he would have Aqua Step before, he would have won. But well played by Goose. I liked Goose's team a lot. Finally, Lanad getting the spotlight. Fantastic. I love to see that. We have 5 games remaining. We're gonna watch one more Zapdos here, and then I'm gonna take a little quick break, guys, because I have the bladder of a goldfish. We're gonna see Pika versus Stein. And so we see Enamorous, Diancie, Chestnut, Rotom Heat, Cyclozark, Loking versus Uxie, Rillaboom, Rotom Wash, Frostlass, Sneasler, and Chi-Yu. So obviously Sneasler plus Rillaboom is going to be very problematic for Pikachu, but Enamorous is super problematic for Stein to try to deal with. So I think this matchup basically comes down to who can play Enamorous better or Sneasler better. And obviously, we have to chip the Glow-King in some fashion before we try to sweep with the Sneasler. And this +2 Night Slash is more than I anticipate. Happy to have context if needed for the game? Sure. If you want to send your pace, man, feel free. Go ahead and feel free. I'll give you a second to do that. And if you don't want to send your pace, that's absolutely fine as well. If you want me to just interpret based on what I see, that is also completely fine, because some people like to save it for playoff matchups, which is completely fair. Gonna grab it? Awesome. Okay, in that case, while you grab it, I will be right back. I'm going to run to the bathroom. Give me like a minute, guys. Okay, I am back. Oh, feel free to take a minute. Yeah, I need to boot on my computer. No worries. No worries. So we are gonna go ahead and jump in then. So we see, like I said, Sneasler, it's who plays Sneasler versus Enamours better. So we're gonna go ahead and hop in here. We see Cyclizar versus Frostlass. We're gonna see a turn 1 U-turn. As we go Rotom Heat, makes sense. As we see Spikes come up, which makes sense again because there's the removal is Cyclizar, which can be blocked by the Frostlass. We're gonna see a Volt Switch on the Rotom into the Chestnut. I assume we'll see a Willow potentially come out, and maybe like Spikes or a Leech Seed. Spikes are gonna come out here. As we're probably gonna see a U-turn from the Rillaboom side. Yep, Rotom Heat comes in. Probably don't go Sneasler this early. I would assume, yeah, Rotom Wash is gonna come in. Cyclizar on the Hydro. I'm actually very shocked to not see a Volt Switch there to keep up momentum. Yeah, I'm actually kind of shocked. So we're gonna see Frostlass come in on the Cyclizar, prevent the Rapid Spin. Very good play from Stein's part. Stein. U-turn's gonna come out back into Rotom Heat as another Spike comes up, unfortunately. A missed overheat, so we see a missed overheat and a missed Hydro Pump as we see Cyclizar come back in here. And I assume we're gonna see a U-turn on the Frostlass. A Draco on the Frostlass. Try to get that Frostlass out of here, man. Yes, I like that. U-turn on the Frostlass. Frostlass is going to have no more switch-ins. Oh, he has boots. Oh, no. No! Destiny Bond on the Rotom Heat Volt Switch, which is unfortunate because down goes Rotom Heat, and Rotom Heat was very important for not only the Rillaboom, it helped versus the Chi-Yu, but you have Diancie versus the Chi-Yu, obviously. We're going to see Cyclizar come in on the Chi-Yu. No scouting for Scarf. We're going to go right for the Rapid Spin because we value getting rid of those hazards so much. Maybe your EV? And no, your boots. Maybe you don't die to one Dark Pulse unless he specs, potentially. Maybe that's what the thought process was there. As we see a Willow come off. Interesting. We're going to U-turn right into Diancie. Dark Pulse does come off here. He's obviously not spec, so that probably wouldn't have killed the Cyclizar, so that makes sense. We see Stealth Rock come out, and now this side cannot deal with hazards. We're going to see Rotom go for Protect, so Protect leftovers, Hydro Pump, Thunder Wave. You can assume last move, like Volt Switch or something. Draco comes out from the Cyclizar and Volt Switch into... I want to say potentially Yuxi, right? I want to say potentially Yuxi. Chi-Yu's gonna come out. We're gonna be Boots Chi-Yu. Okay. U-turn from the Cyclizar back into Diancie. A Willow on the Diancie. That was, I mean, it's tough. Diancie's gonna go for the Diamond Storm on the Rotom. And at this point, the Enamours in-game is just looking fantastic. He just has to simply have a way to contain the Sneasler, and you're doing, Pika, you're doing a good job of not letting your Glowking get chipped. So we'll see Cyclizar come out here on the Volt Switch, so he is last move Volt Switch. We probably saw that already. We're actually going to see Sneasler come out a little bit early here, which I'm a little surprised about, to be completely honest. Because I feel like this is the best win con. I feel like maybe we should have valued health on it and not let it come out. Assuming we're Grassy Seed, not let it come out until we were ready to win the game with it. So we're gonna go for a Dire Claw here. Not gonna kill the Cyclizar there, and we actually get Dragon Tailed out, which is super unfortunate because now we come back in and we take 12. We're at 58. We take 6. We're just above 50. Next time we come in with that Sneasler, and you also you know now you cannot set up in front of this Cyclizar. So Rillaboom, I assume, is gonna go for a U-turn here. I can only assume. Knockoff, actually. Knock off the leftovers. Now we go for a U-turn. It's tough now because ooh, Chestnut faster? Wait a minute, how fast is this Chestnut? Holy moly. Let's say we're like max Adamant Rillaboom. Never ever. We have to be like a no speed Rillaboom and a slightly speedy Chestnut. We have to be like, we have to be at least 172 speed. We are quite the fast turtle. We are quite the fast turtle. We're gonna see the U-turn come off. Sneasler is gonna come in now. Pop the Grassy Seed, I assume. Now we're gonna go for the Swords Dance. What can this do in return? I'm curious. I assume this is your Terra. Glowking is gonna come out. We're gonna SD. If you're Terra Dark, this could just get really ugly really quick. Oh, but we're Colbert. Okay, so this was always in check. And we Trick Room. Yeah, so this was always in check then. Fantastic. Terra Blast takes down the Glowking. Now we go into what? Enamours? Yeah, Superpower. Good night, Sneasler. That was a very, very good bring. I like the Colbert a lot on Glowking. Knowing that this was your check to Sneasler, I think you played the Glowking very, very well. We're going to see Yawn from the Yuxi, but obviously Cyclizar does not care. We're going to U-turn on that Yuxi into Enamours, who is Boots, and we're going to Terra Fairy, Moonblast, do a big chunk, and now this gets killed on switch-in. And we're gonna go for another Moonblast because they didn't yawn, and now we're gonna yawn. And I assume we see the Cyclizar come in now. Yeah, we see the Cyclizar come in, take not very much from the Psychic, and we probably go for a U-turn back into Enamorous. Rotom comes out. Oh, Draco. Okay, goodbye, Rotom. So I guess we killed from that range then. I didn't trust Cyclizar to kill there. We see Chi-Yu come in. We're gonna U-turn into Diancie, I can only assume. Now we're gonna see a Ruination. Yuxi's gonna come out. Diamond Storm here. And I think the game's over. I think Enamorous wins. Yeah, I'm almost positive Enamorous wins at this point. So, oh wait, we U-turn. Diancie is going to kill the Chi-Yu. I agree with the Diancie sack here because Enamorous wins the game whenever it comes in. Down goes Chi-Yu. I mean, he had to play for something, right? He had to play for something. Rillaboom's gonna come out, and Chestnut, we're gonna go for the win with Chestnut. So I think you played great, Pika. I think that Stein, you had a tough matchup into Glow-King. Maybe we should have kept Frostlass alive. I mean, but the Destiny Bond to get rid of the Rotom was super nice. We had to force out the Rotom in this matchup, or the Glow-King in this matchup, to try to take care of it. So let me see. So Pika just sent me his team too. Let's see what we got here. Moonblast, Psychic, Superpower, Tailwind, Enamorous, Stealth Rock, Trick Room, Diamond Storm, Earth Power on Diancie, Spike, Spiky Shield, Drain Punch, and Leech Seed, Chestnut, Willow, Overheat, Full Switch, and Reflect, Rotom, Dragon Tail, Rapid Spin, Draco, and U-turn on the Cyclizar, and then Trick Room, Sludge Bomb, Psychic, or Psyshock, and Thunder Wave on the Glow-King. Very good team. I think that was great. I like the Glow-King a lot to help with the Sneasler. Otherwise, Sneasler did very good into your team. We have 4 games remaining. We have 2 in Zapdos, 2 in Articuno. Let's go ahead and see what we've got. We'll grab one from Articuno. I grabbed that one already. I grabbed that one. Oh, Mountain Man. Here we go. Mountain Man versus Brother Robbie. Mountain Man versus Brother Robbie. This is Denali. You watched my game with Hog about 30 minutes ago. Do you have any advice or criticism? Thanks. Let me pull up that. Oh, wait, no. I said it earlier. Let me see. Let me see. I actually don't remember. I thought you were. I get your and Dan's name confused, so I thought you were Dan for a second. Let me pull it up. Zapdos replays. If I have any criticism, it was back there. Because I already watched it, I believe. Actually, no, I haven't watched your game yet. I don't think. Oh wait, yes, I have. Have I? Wait, this is week 1. Hold on. I'm lost. I'm lost, boys. Oh yeah, I watched it with because Caffeinated Hog requested it. Let's see. I think my criticism was just you lost to Hazards. I think he played very well with the banded Dragapult. I think it was just a tough matchup for you. Hazards plus Dragapult really did you dirty. Really did you dirty. I think it came down to matchup, to be honest. I don't think there was a lot of misplays or anything. No, I don't think there was a lot of misplays or anything at all. I think it just came down to matchup, unfortunately. And some games will do that. I guess especially in matchups where there's good ghosts that you know can block hazards, prioritize boots a little bit more, I suppose, which is obviously easier said than done, but that would be my criticism if I had to give some. I will go ahead and watch Mountain Man versus, who was this? Mountain Man versus Brother Robbie. We see Sun, Walking Wake. We see Enamorous, Great Tusk. This team is crazy, actually. Enamorous plus Great Tusk Sun is really cool. Moltres, Galar, and Ceruledge versus Sneasler, Uxie, Torrentee, Garchomp, Iron Jugs, and Cryo. These teams are both very good. I don't remember either of these. Did both of these teams make transactions? Both of these teams are pretty good, except this team loses to Ice Button. Thank goodness this team doesn't have Ice Button. Walking Wake actually is a very good matchup. I don't know what the Terra is. I assume the Terra's Torn. It might be Sneasler. If the Terra is torn, it's Terra water torn for the Walking Wake. It has to be. Otherwise, I'm not sure what this team really does about Walking Wake. Yeah, this team just has a very good matchup. This team has a very good I'm very curious to see how this team deals with Walking Wake. We see lead, Torkoal. We're going to see Rocks with a Rain Dance. Gotcha. Hurricane into the Galarian Moltres. We're going to see U-turn from the Torn as the... Okay. As the counter prep for the Rain Dance, we're going to see a Sunny Day Galarian Moltres. That is not something you will see every day. That is crazy. We see the U-turn there. Cryo is going to come in. Sunny Day comes out, which is crazy. Serraledge is going to be a spin blocker here, which is going to be really, really nice because hazards are obviously very good. It tells you if Jugs is a boost or not. It tells you if Torn is boost or not. So I like that a lot. Garchomp, not boost. We're going to see Bitter Blade come out. Still do massive damage. I think I underrate Serraledge. I think this Pokemon's better than I give it credit for. We're going to see the double into Torn as Great Tusk comes out. So great double on this guy's part. On who is this? Brother Robbie. Great double on Brother Robbie's part. We see the knockoff as the incoming Rain Dance is going to come out. Could go Torkoal. We just go Galarian Moltres, right? We do go Torkoal. He's missing Hurricane. He hit his Hurricane. Where's Spadef, I guess? We're going to overheat in the sun. Unfortunately, that's not going to do anything. We have to pivot Moltres. If we're Rest Talk Sunny Day, I'm actually interested to see if we're Rest Talk Sunny Day. No, we're U-turn and we go right back into Torkoal. We're going to double Serraledge on the light screen. In comes Garchomp. Brick Break. Oh my goodness. This is just great prep from both sides. Expecting screens on potentially Yuxi, I suppose, or Cryo, assuming there's no Clefty or Grimmsnarl on this team. Great Tusk is going to come in on the Garchomp. Garchomp Earthquake. Going to do 25% to this Great Tusk. Great Tusk with an Ice Spinner, but we can just... Ooh, whoa, AV, Assault Vested. We're gonna knock off. So in that situation, he doesn't know you're Assault Vested yet. You haven't shown anything to show you are Assault Vested yet. I would have really liked you to just kill this Pokemon because this thing is a threat. I would have either liked to see you kill this Pokemon or just go hard Serraledge to spin block. I don't think that there was a reason to stay in and not get the kill. You know what I mean? So now we're gonna see the Serraledge as the Recover comes out here. Garchomp's gonna come in. We're probably gonna Bitter Blade here, do massive damage. If we have Sneak, we kill. And he's Sneak, and he's... Oh no, we don't. Leftovers. Liquidation. Expecting Torkoal, I guess. I'm actually not sure what Liquidation is for, since Earthquake hits these things just this better at least, and then Draco would have been better for this. Excuse me. Enamorus should just pick up a KO here potentially. Superpower. Down goes the Cryo. Enamorus is looking nasty in this in-game. Sneasler might come out. Iron Jugs comes out actually. Oh, booster speed. And we're gonna see Air Slash, which does not 2-hit KO Torkoal, but we're gonna save the Torkoal just in case. Earth Power, there it is. Moltres is gonna come in on this Pokemon. Moltres probably takes 2 of whatever this wants to go for. Flamethrower, yep. And Moltres lives to see another day. In comes Walking Wake. Claims a KO. Fantastic. And now we're in the in-game where Walking Wake is fantastic. Sneasler is still very scary. Yuxi obviously is not going to die. 1 and Torn. I'm still not sure if that's his Terra or not. I'm feeling like it might be Sneasler at this point. Yeah, it might be Sneasler. No, maybe not. U-turn. So we know Sneasler is Scarf now. So putting Walking Wake in range of Sneasler, sacking the Garchomp. Good sack on Brother Robbie's part here, as we're gonna see Sneasler come back in and probably be able to claim a KO here. Yeah, be able to pick up 1, as we do know that it is Scarf. In comes Enamorus. Enamorus is probably gonna Moonblast. Yep, down goes the Tornadus. Yuxi's gonna come out here and we're gonna see another Moonblast. I assume not Specs. Calm Mind from the Yuxi. This could get very scary. We're gonna Terra Ground. Draining Kiss. Oh, if we were Rest Talk Calm Mind, that could have been very scary. Down goes the Yuxi, and I think that this game is over. Dire Claw. Yeah, this game is over. So well played by both sides. I really liked Mountain Man's team. I thought both teams had very good prep. Like I said, the only misplay that I think I saw on this side was Great Tusk clicking knockoff because he didn't know you were AV. But other than that, good plays on both sides for sure. We have 3 games remaining, boys. 3 games remaining. Let me see if I can get them. We have Yachi versus Window. Definitely not pronouncing the name right still. Let me go ahead and pull the other ones up. Let's see. Yachi versus Window. We have one left in Articuno. Horus versus Sandan. One more in Horus versus Sandan. And then we have one more in Zapdos. Let me find it. Blake versus Tism. So we will just go in order of what I clicked them. So the first game is going to be, I think this is Horus versus Window. Yachi versus Window. So let's see, Clodseye, Thundi, Corviknight, Wo-Chien, Clawitzer, and Urshifu. Rapid versus Pax, Greninja, Amoonguss, Gardevoir, Magneton, unfortunately, and Howlucha. So Magneton looks like it was brought to trap specifically the Corviknight, who I hope in this matchup is going to be Shed Shell. Thundi looks like it does pretty well. I don't think Yachi can break through Windows team. I don't think it ever breaks the core of Amoonguss, Magneton. As stupid as that sounds, I don't think there's a combination of Pokemon that can beat those two, to be honest, unless we get unless we start hazard stacking with Clodseye. That's the only thing that looks like the saving grace here. So we'll see what happens here. We'll see Clawitzer lead versus Greninja. U-turn comes off, massive crit potentially, and comes Amoonguss on the U-turn as well, and we're going to see Rocky Helmet and Wo-Chien come in. So knockoff is going to come out there. No more Rocky Helmet for Amoonguss. A potential Sludge Bomb, a Pollen Puff, only 35%. That's disgusting. Zen Headbutt from Wo-Chien, Breaker Wo-Chien, as Amoonguss is going to pivot out now into Grin. We knock off the Grin's item, which is going to be Focus Sash. Clodseye is going to come in, and we need Clodseye to stack up. That's the only way we can win this game, I think. Never mind. Gardevoir's dead. Or Clodseye is dead. I actually don't think there's a way Yachi can win this game now, unfortunately. No. I don't think there's a way Yachi can win this game now. Unfortunately. Maybe if Thundy's Terra Ice. I don't remember what their Terra is. If Thundy's Terra Ice, there's a chance. Down goes Clawitzer. I'm not sure why we went Clawitzer there. I think we should have probably went Corviknight, right? Yeah, now we go Corviknight, and we should U-turn if we have it. U-turn on the Magneton into Urshifoshi. Wait, whoa! Buddy was not Regenerator. Interesting. He was Effect Sport. I feel like that might have been a mistake. We're gonna go ahead and see Urshifoshi into Thundurus on the Howlucha. U-turn comes out here. Greninja is gonna come in. Ice Punch, gonna kill the Thundurus. Ice Punch is interesting. Surging Strikes is now free. Urshifu, now that they let Amoonguss die and it wasn't Regenerator, Urshifu does very well in the matchup. It was a mistake. Okay, yeah, okay, that makes sense. Now that Amoonguss wasn't, that's a huge, like, that is a game-changing mistake, because now Urshifu does so well in the matchup, it's actually unreal. Down goes Greninja, in comes Bax, Dragon Dance comes out. Corviknight is obviously going to do fine against this. Oh, another Dragon Dance. Terra Electric. Oh, it's a bulky Baxcalibur. Good night, Corviknight. That's the game. Baxcalibur is way too good, man. Such a good Pokemon. Like I said, I do think Window definitely had matchup here. I think it was very difficult for Yachi to win unless we hazard stacked. Once Clodsire went down, it was very, very difficult. Very, very difficult to win with that. But yeah, let's go ahead and move on to the next one. We have 2 games remaining, boys. And then we will be done for today. Very good stream. We see this one is going to be Horus versus Sandan. So Horus and Sandan. We see Roaring Moon, Bronzong, Lando T, Hisuian Typhlosion, Iron Hands, and Slowking versus Baxcalibur, Iron Valiant, Quilladin, Alolan Muck, Hydreigon, and Mesprit. So, my initial thoughts are Roaring Moon. Baxcalibur does good if there's any chip ever on Bronzong, but also Slowking exists. A set of Dragon Dance, Crunch, Glaive Rush, and Ice Move does very well here. Back in time for the end. Yo, what's going on, Neji? How are you doing? But Baxcalibur does very, very well if there can be the proper chip here. Crunch, what did I say? Crunch, Glaive Rush. Oh, wait, we have 4 moveslot syndrome. We want Crunch, Glaive Rush, Earthquake, probably for the No, I guess we don't need Earthquake, depending on how much Glaive Rush does to Iron Hands. I feel like Excalibur does really well here. It could also just be simply a breaker with Choice Span with Iron Valiant WinCon, which also seems likely. This team very much has trouble dealing with Bronzong, though. Mesprit's probably going to be an initial pivot into it. It can knock off pretty easily. And on the other end of the spectrum, Roaring Moon does very, very well. I think Quilladin was brought because there are no removers on Sandan's team, right? So I think they're going to lead that and value spikes early. The only thing with that is that Landorus can be led and simply taunt that. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. Lando lead. Yep, Hydreigon is going to be led. We're going to Dark Pulse. We're going to do half to Lando, and Lando's going to get a massive U-turn on the Hydreigon. In comes Iron Hands, and the double. Ooh, okay. The double into Hisuian Typhlosion, as we should probably Infernal Overdrive, whatever the move was called, to get a potential burn on the incoming Alolan Muck. Or Eruption, that works just as well. 60% to the Alolan Muck. I don't know if this is AV and this is Specs or what the case may be, but that is some damage. And now we get a kill with this unless he's Shadow Sneak, which we're going to scout for. And he's not Shadow Sneak. We knock off, no Poison Touch, no Poison Touch. We Swords Dance. I understand the Swords Dance play because the Muck probably shouldn't have been put in that position to be sacked, because it still needed to be a switch and potentially to a couple different things, specifically like the Slowking, which this team definitely struggles with, especially now that Hydreigon is also very weakened. Yeah, I don't know. I get the play. It should have been switched out. We probably shouldn't have just sacked the Lando, though. We probably should have just attacked what was in front of us, I feel. Or if anything, I feel like we are U-turn already. We probably should have went for some momentum there, right? I feel like that would have been the play instead. So we're going to see now. Hisuian Typhlosion claims the kill. Good night. Iron Valiant comes in. This Pokemon's super scary. Down goes the Hisuian Typhlosion. Muck and Alolan Muck don't have Shadow Sneak anymore. Gotcha. I didn't know that. I assume that's why they switched out of Hisuian Typhlosion originally. But if they had that knowledge, they probably would have stayed in until it KO'd the Alolan Muck. We're going to see the Iron Hands come in on the Iron Valiant, which I assume is AV based on that. And we're going to see the double into Roaring Moon. Some nasty doubles from Sandan here. As we're going to see Quilladin come in here. Terra Fairy Dragon Dance comes out. No! Oh no, the Iron Defense from the Quilladin is going to be detrimental. We're going to be Leech Seed, Iron Defense. I don't think this thing gets Body Press. We're going to DD again. Synth. I don't think we're last move Body Press. If we're DD... Oh, Iron Defense comes out again. So this might just be no offensive move. It looks like it is. Future Sight, Slowking comes out, backs, DDs, Terra Dragon Crunch. Here it is, boys. Here it is. We might be Glaive Rush, Earthquake, Crunch. That might be the set here. I think that's the best set. We're to Gyro, obviously not going to kill the... Oh, I forgot about Future Sight. Good night, Excalibur. Back in comes Iron Valiant. That's AV. It's got to be, right? Mesprit's going to come out on the Iron Hands, who's going to take some Rocky Helmet Chip. An extra Rocky Helmet Chip. I don't know if I agree with staying in with the Iron Hands on this play. I probably would have went out into Roaring Moon to pressure this, because Iron Hands you need health on to not lose to the Valiant, because now you're looking very Valiant weak. Looks like Valiant might be able to come in and clean up very soon. Mystical Power is going to come out, and we are going to let the Iron Hands go down, unfortunately. Yeah, and they get rocks up. I think the game's over to Valiant, man. Maybe. Reflect, Mystical Power. Yeah. Terra Blast. Not quite. Yeah, I think at this point, Iron Valiant wins the game. Quilladin comes out. We're gonna Leech Seed. Hydreigon comes out here. I mean, Hydra also wins. Yeah, very, very true. And Hydra's gonna clean up here. So, unfortunately, it was downhill once we let the Iron Hands get chipped, right? Like, I feel like that was the misplay of this game, is that we shouldn't have let Iron Hands get chipped. I feel like you had some sick doubles, right? Like, you played for that, but you didn't look at the in-game and say, hey, I need Iron Hands to not lose, because very clearly you threatened him out. You could live a Moonblast at full, assuming you were AV, right? So I feel like maybe it would have been best to not let Iron Hands get chipped so much to this Mesprit here, but it is what it is. We have one game remaining, boys. If you have not already, be sure to leave a like on the video. We have finally hit 40, which is fantastic. Let me just check. Have we yet hit the subscriber goal for today. We are still 2 subscribers away from hitting 1750. If you've not already, be sure to subscribe and tell your friends, man. Tell your friends. I'm almost at 1750. We've been on a steady increase and it's been fantastic. You guys are helping me achieve my dreams and I really appreciate that. And one more time, I'm sure all of you have heard it who are here. I wanted to plug it 3 times during this stream. There are 3 hours, so I'm gonna go ahead and plug it one last time. If you have not, I might have plugged, this might be the 4th time, I don't know. If you have not already heard, chien-pao is here to tell you we now have channel memberships. You can support me directly for as low as $1 a month. $1 a month, man, and it goes a long way. It really does. It supports me directly, and I'm going to use it to put it back into the channel for potential editing videos, paying Kurt. Helps me pay my bills, and it's going to help me with my newborn. So if you want to, it's completely not required by any means. You could become a schnom today to become a channel member, or you could just subscribe. It's just free. It's just free. Yeah, we got some schnoms in the chat. So this is gonna be the last game. I believe this is Blake is over here, and I think this one's Tism. I'm pretty sure. My mistake if I have that backwards, but we're gonna go ahead and jump in here. We see Grafai, Iron Hands, Hydragon, Volcarona, Breloom, and Bronzong versus Enamorous, Meowscarada, Iron Bundle, Salamence, Palisand, and Mux. So this team loses once Salamence get chipped to Volcarona. It just does. It loses once Salamence get chipped. So hopefully they're like Muspedef Salamence to try to mitigate that. Obviously, I also don't know what Terra type the Volcarona is. So if it's Terra Fairy, then it might just clean up straight up with very little prior chip. Palisand probably needs some sort of chip on it before this sweeps a +1 as well. But other than that, I do think that the in game is to play towards the Volcarona. Yeah, no problem. Thank you guys for supporting me. I can only do these because you guys support me. This was just an idea that I had. I thought it'd be pretty cool. SJ supported it. He's actually one of the people, one of the reasons why I did it, by the way. I don't know if he rewatches this, he'll learn that. But you guys are the only reason that I keep doing this. Like, if this was a flop, I probably wouldn't have kept doing it. If it didn't have interest, I wouldn't be able to do this. You guys not only come out to support the streams and show so much love on them, you guys have played all of your games and there has not been a single drop 2 weeks into a 48-man league, which is ridiculous. It's just unheard of, and I appreciate you guys so much for that, man. I really do. But I digress. We're gonna go ahead and hop in here again. I think this is the Volcarona in game. I think this could be potentially Iron Bundle win in game. Might be AV Iron Hands. Gotta watch out for that. Obviously have to watch out for Prankster on this this Grafai potential Encore. Breloom has a really good matchup here. If Muck is safety goggles, that's really interesting to check the Breloom. Actually, we'll see. Or even Enamorous, but Rock Tomb is gonna hurt. So we'll see here. We'll go ahead and jump in here. We see Grafai on the Meowscarada. We're going to see a U-turn come out as a spike comes up, which is great. No removal on this side, but I assume we're going to see boost at least on the Volcarona. In comes Hydreigon, and Enamorous is going to come out as we're going to Dark Pulse there. Into the Bronzong we go, obviously. Draining Kiss, crit. Crit does 13. That's cute. As Palisand, Bikini Bottom, I like the nickname, is going to come in, and we see Protect is going to be here for Leftovers Recovery. We see Stealth Rocks go up, so this side of the field wants to Hazard Stack in order to attempt to win the game, which makes a lot of sense. Enamorous is going to come back in on the Hydra. I hope we will see. Oh my goodness, that's the first time I've ever seen somebody not me click Stealth Rocks with Hydreigon. I love it. I love it. I love it. This side doesn't have removal. That's what I'm talking about. That's the shit I love to see. That's the shit I love to see. We go into Grafai here. Enamorous goes for a Mystical Fire. Doesn't really matter. And we're gonna go for a knockoff. No more AV for the Enamorous, which is fantastic for the in-game of Volcarona if we're looking forward. Earth Power is gonna take out the Grafai though. So the Iron Bundle in-game, now you don't have to worry about Grafai with Prankster being a little nuisance. You can actually not have to worry about that. You do have to chip Bronzong and you do have to chip Iron Hands, but in comes Iron Hands here. If I was Tism in this situation, I don't know if I can even say that on a stream, to be completely honest. If I was this side, I would Moonblast this 10 out of 10 times to get the damage, to get the necessary damage to put it in range of Bundle. But we're gonna switch out here on the Volt switch into Palisand, and we're gonna go into Salamence on the Ice Punch. No! Oh no! Volcarona wins the game. I feel like that was crazy. I feel like we should have just left in Palisand, because why was Palisand still important when Volcarona and Hydrogen were the win cons at that point. That's unfortunate. Now we go back into Palisand. See, these are the problems. Sometimes you get a little too shisty. You try to switch out into something and it doesn't work out like that. We're gonna Earth Power now, and now we're putting this in range of Iron Bundle. So both teams are coming close to what I can only assume their goal is. We're gonna short up here. This Pokemon does just beat the Iron Hands here. Hydra comes in. We're gonna Earth Power. Doesn't matter. I assume we go Enamorous, but with rocks up, it's tough. And we U-turn now. And we go Bronzong. We gotta be close to winning with Volcarona. He's probably just scared of if the Muck is AV or not, which is definitely a fair concern. We're gonna see Hydreigon come back in, shore up on the Palisand. Dark Pulse gonna come out, that kills that. So now this side doesn't have a check to Iron Hands. So this side doesn't have a check to Iron Hands. So now Square is gonna come back in. This is gonna be very difficult. I think at this point I give it to this side. I think Volcarona is just gonna win the game. We need a little bit we need to force Muck out, I think, and then we might even win the game. And I also just simply don't know what Terra type they are. They could be Terra Ground and just win the game outright, or even Terra Fire. We're gonna see Iron Hands get sacked here, try to get sacked as U-turn comes off, doesn't do quite enough damage to it there, as we are gonna see the bundle come in, and it is going to be special attack booster energy there. So actually, unfortunately, I think because it's not boost, I think it dies to a Mach Punch. No, I'm curious. Yeah, no, because it's not boots, it dies to a Mach Punch. It actually didn't die though if it was not boots. So my head calcs were not that off. I actually anticipated that. Iron Bundle Ice Beam is going to take that out. Breloom comes in. It's going to guarantee kill this Pokemon. Or go into Enamorous. But now we Rock to him and we kill this Pokemon. Or we switch into Volcarona. That's fair, actually. I actually like this play a lot more than Rock Tombing to kill this Pokemon, because the fact that you go into Volcarona, you set up and you win the game potentially. Now, depending on your Terra type, right? Or depending on what set the Muck is. It just depends on this. You Quiver, and just depending on what this is, you win the game. Oh, you are Terra Ground. So, yeah, the game was won once Salamence went down, then straight up. Yeah, so that the game is over. So, fantastic play over here by Blake. I think that you played very well into the Volcarona. I think that was awesome. I think that was a good game to end on too. I think it was a very back and forth, and this side was trying to get in a position to win with bundle, but it was very difficult once rocks went up. So good games to both parties. We are going to go ahead and end the stream there. Thank you guys again so much for coming out and supporting this stream. And if you're watching the VOD, be sure to leave a like on this video. At the time that we are ending this, we're at 40 likes. Let's try to get 50 likes on the VOD. Why not, man? Again, don't forget about the channel memberships. You guys are going to have WPF and BBR team builders on Wednesday and Thursday. And then, of course, WPF match on Friday and BBR match on Saturday. And we've got some fantastic matches this week, guys. You really don't want to miss them. I think both of them were very, very good and very good videos. So thank you guys again so much for coming out to the stream. I really appreciate you guys. And I guess I'll see you guys next week with another week 3 JJDL watch along. See you guys.